bid. They have a 2-cost UA, Nathan. So Mat 7, Rat 5 with an 8-inch thrown spear that they have assault on, because why the fuck not? And the same PS13 reach attack.
Somebody asked what the drinking rules were, and Travis said anytime Jeremy's stupid, you drink. That would require an IV. You would literally have just mainline grain alcohol. Mike said that immediately after I did.
Lust is not here, but lust, puke angels. All right, anyway. So let's pretend that there was a unit that was just like the Warmongers, but instead of Berserk, they got a range 8 PS11 thrown spear. Oh, sorry, PS13. I apologize.
Yeah.
PS13 thrown spear with assault, and they had set defense.
Ooh, they do 1 less damage on their melee attacks, but they get 2 of them because of the assault. The
yep, you're right.
14.
One less. I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
But basically the same unit. Instead of Berserk, they got a ranged attack at POW 8 that was the range 8 that was the same POW. But what if they had a UA, Nathan? What if they had a UA?
Man, I'm sure that he wouldn't break the shit out of them.
I'll bet he wouldn't.
But wait, they wouldn't also benefit from the +2 to hit from the veteran leader ability, would they?
No, that's wrong. Both their ranged and melee attacks benefit from the veteran leader.
Yeah.
Let's talk about a UA that actually is playable. Let's talk about the War Spirit Chieftain.
You mean apart from the amazing fucking swordsman UA?
No, unplayable trash.
Okay.
Let's talk about the UA. Let's talk about a UA that gives relentless charge, because then we're talking about Legion. Pathfinder on the charge. Because you know what's bullshit? Terrain. Terrain's bullshit. Let's hide behind a wall with set defense, and then if you don't come up to get me, I will charge over the wall because fuck you guys. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Huntsman. What's Huntsman, Nate? Perhaps you're asking yourself. Huntsman is prey given to a unit that they lose if the UA, who has 8 fucking boxes, Def 12, Arm 16, and is behind his unit, dies. How often do I lose Huntsman? I never lose Huntsman. I lose Huntsman when less model in the unit, including the UA, dies. That's when I lose Huntsman. So let's give them prey. So, remind me, Nathan.
So they become Mat 11 troops.
Mat 11.
Or to pronounce it correctly,
Mat 11 troops! So they become Mat 11 if they can see their buddy. But he's only a medium base. He's pretty hard to see. So if they can see their buddy, they're Mat 11, Rat 9 against their prey, PS 15 on both the ranged attack and the melee attack, and they have Pathfinder on the charge. This seems like not unplayable trash.
So we've hit 3.
Not unplayable trash. He has set defense like the rest of the unit, because why the fuck not? They still have terror on their reach attack, because I may have forgotten to mention that, but command checks are for losers, so you guys should all take command checks. And exact same abilities as the rest of the unit. Def 12, Armor 16, 8 boxes. You know what this unit does? This unit destroys the world. This unit, if they were in any other faction, would never not see play in any list ever. They're not characters. They're FA2. What's the FA on their UA, Nate?
Also 2.
Huh, that's weird.
The full unit plus the UA plus the Chieftain is 12 points. You could take Typhon for that.
But for 22, I can take 2 of the unit.
That's true.
So go fuck yourself.
Hey, you know what would make them even better?
What?
Advanced deploy and stealth.
I wonder if there's a way to get that.
Uh-huh.
I wonder.
No, Mike, thankfully we've reached the 3rd playable thing.
That is the 3rd playable thing.
The 12-point cluster, or the 22 points if you bring 2 full units cluster of all War Spears.
Of killing of the world. So then we have a Legion unit, which we're not going to play. Another Legion unit, which we're going to... Oh, God. I am going to recommend 6 things, Nate. I'm really kind of disappointed in myself. Because
we already talked about them.
I haven't gotten to solos yet, and then we have this.
Yeah, see?
I'm going to recommend 6 things that are beasts. Nope, just 6.
Bullshit. I can think of 3 solos that you recommend.
Name them real quick. I'm just curious.
Forsaken,
yes.
Shredder,
yes.
Succubus. Or by Shredder,
you mean Shepherd.
Forsaken, Shepherd, Succubus.
I'm going to recommend 7 things that aren't beasts.
At least.
Oh, man, I'm disappointed in myself. Let's talk about a unit that makes me hard every time I think about it. Let's talk about the spawning vessel, Nate.
Oh, yeah.
So the spawning vessel costs 2 or 3 points. You're going to always take it for 3 points unless you have someone at a weird list. For 3 points, you get a pot. We'll talk about the pot in a minute. And 6 lunch ladies, because they're lunch ladies, let's all be honest. So the way the pot and the lunch ladies work, though, so the pot is Def 5, because it's a pot. It's armor 18 with 10 boxes because fuck you, you're never going to kill it until I care. And then the lunch ladies, for no apparent goddamn reason, are going to be Def 13. No apparent goddamn reason. You know what the lunch ladies should be? They should be Def 12. But they're not, because fuck you. Fuck you and all of your guns.
1311 is, I think
1311 is better than 1215, and I'm going to go on record and say
it's that. But I'm just saying, like I think, like Beast Handlers and Choir, I think they might be.
They might be.
I don't know.
But they are also bullshit stats, and I'm angry about it.
Also, the War Chief is 3 points, so that cluster costs 13.
Nope, War Chief. Oh, the solo costs 3 points. Yes, the UA costs 2 because he's the only UA that costs 2 because they decided War Spear should be amazing.
Not the only UA that costs 2. The Archer's UA costs 2.
Okay, the only not unplayably bad UA.
Yeah, well, you said the fucking swordsmen were unplayable.
They are. I play Legion, and I understand how the game works. Hey, Nate, how are pigs doing right now? Pigs feeling pretty good? Feeling pretty glad you play pigs?
Yes? Was that a trick question?
Let's talk about the spawning vessel for a minute.
Okay.
Alright, so let's pretend in a magical world that I have this spawning vessel that's Def 5, armor 18 with 10 boxes because he's really fucking unkillable. I cannot tell you how many times one of my opponents has put a lot of effort in killing a spawning vessel, and then I told him to go eat a bag of dicks and continued to have a spawning vessel. It's happened a lot.
Why is that?
Because armor 18, 10 boxes tells them to go eat a bag of dicks.
It's true.
Alright, so he's got a few rules. He has a rule called Recycle. If a living enemy model is destroyed within 4 inches of this model, plus 1 inch for each grunt, and remember, you can start with 6 grunts, so up to 10, add a corpse token to this model. So let's pretend I took Legionnaires, which are really a UA to the pot. So let's pretend I took 10 Legionnaires, which makes the pot cast 9 points. Alright, so you killed 3 Legionnaires, which have murder stats, and I don't care. So you killed 3 Legionnaires. The pot now has 3 corpses in it. What, pray tell, could I do with 3 corpses, Nate?
Get a free beast?
I'll bet I could get a free beast. Are my beasts pretty good?
Yes.
How many of my beasts are pretty good? All of them?
Yes.
Pretty much.
Especially your characters like Proteus.
Sadly,
he is hurting.
Sadly, I cannot create Proteus out of the pot.
I did like when you were talking about the Ravguard. You're like, yeah, and like he's a ranged beast, but he can even get in there with his 2 POW 16. And then you're talking about Proteus. You're like, Proteus sucks. All he has is 2 POW 16s and another additional melee.
The problem is Proteus only does work in melee, and the Ravagor is fucking your shit up. And then at the end of the game, he's like, oh, you came into melee. That's adorable. How about I fuck your shit up in melee too? How about I do that? Almost exactly as good as Proteus. Jeremy's fetish must be eating a bag of dicks. That's fantastic. I think that's more of a hobby. So, Legion makes me so happy. At some point, I'm going to do a rep one of these.
In Mark 1...
Jesus Christ, you're not even to solo.
We're almost done. No, we've been bumping them. We're doing all right. We're doing okay.
We're covered several solos.
In Mark 1, medium-based things dying gave you 2 tokens.
Holy goddamn fuck!
I played Trolls against Marshall.
3 for large.
And 3 for large, yeah. But the thing is, I played Trolls against him.
I need a moment.
And I might be misremembering, but I think that they could hold more, and then you could only spend 3 a turn.
I want to give a look.
So I need a moment to myself.
I played Trolls against Marshall, and
he just defeated you.
He was just like, I have 5,000 tokens, and he was just spraying out lessers constantly.
We haven't covered that. All right, so here's the thing. At some point, I'm going to do one of these for Rhett, and I'm just going to be crying the whole time. I'll be like, man, if Rhett had some good rules, they'd be really good. And there are
Do you people hear this bullshit?
And the thing with Rhett is, not the only thing, but one of the things with Rhett is if they had a few good rules, they'd be great.
Yeah, that's true. The Rhett, God, I fucking hate you.
But then I found Legion, and I realized that rules are for chumps. See, in Rhett, they only have 1 unit that ignores all the rules. In Legion, every beast ignores all the rules, and rules are for pussies.
So moving on with the spawning vessel.
So the spawning vessel is amazing. Okay, so here's the thing about the spawning vessel. So you get these corpses, which is great, and whatever. You can only have 3 corpses, which apparently in Mark 1 was not a thing, and in Mark 1 I would have destroyed you all. The marshmallow.
No, keep talking. Don't read anything.
So In the current version of the rules, you can only hold 3 corpses, which is really unfortunate because, let's be honest, when people attack a unit of Legionnaires, they just all die.
Sure.
I'm aware that if you killed me, no one could enjoy it.
Go on.
Don't make me go over there.
Go on.
we have
But
some rep players on the thread, which is enjoyable to me.
At least I can kill him.
Before
he spawns.
All right, so
right?
let's imagine a magical world where you kill 3 Legionnaires, and then you manage to kill the pot, Nate.
Yeah.
Okay, let's pretend that happened.
Sure.
It won't, because I'm armor 18 with 10 boxes. But let's pretend that you, with your sad little pigs, killed my pot.
My Efferet are going to kill the shit out of that pot.
Armor piercing? Yeah, it's going to be bad times.
Yeah.
It's going to be bad times. All right. Man, wait. What keeps them alive, Nate?
Being far away from you.
So, what's the range on a Ravagore?
Not far enough to get them. I have Shield Guard because I have Gorax. Go on with your story.
I'm so happy I played Legion. All right, so what they have is they have a star action. So let me explain how carried works, because that's a rule that matters for the star action. So the way carried works is this model is not a warrior model. No shit, Sherlock. It's a pot of stew. It can advance only during its unit's normal movement. True story. When it advances, it can move up to 1 inch for each grunt in the unit that's within 2 inches of it at the beginning of this unit's activation. So what you do is you put 6 reach. They have reach.
Yes.
I've done so many good work with these guys. We're gonna get to the pot, the cook pot ladies in a second here, and you're gonna be just pissed as hell that they don't exist in your faction. But they don't. They exist in my faction because it's amazing. So I'm going to have 6 guys. They're going to be around the pot within 2 inches.
Keep going.
They're going to teleport the pot 6 inches. Admittedly, Pathfinder matters here. I'm a little sad. Pathfinder's a thing. So they're going to move it 6 inches. We're going to pretend that it's not in rough terrain. So it's going to move 6 inches. Then it's going to do this ability called Spawn Horror. I don't know what Nate's reading. I have no idea.
I'm reading the Marked 1 version.
Is it amazing?
Well,
There's no limit.
There was no limit to the number of tokens it could hold. It was 1 for small, 2 for medium, 3 for large. It cost 5 to spawn something instead of 3.
Don't care.
But obviously, if you're sitting on 30 of them, yeah.
Don't care.
Yeah.
In Mark 1, this thing
was even my God.
better.
When you destroy it, it spawns a lesser war beast per 5 blood tokens on it. So I played Trolls against somebody. That thing had like 30 goddamn tokens on it because he killed some bunch of Creel warriors, and then it died and it sprayed out like 15 shredders. And it's like, ah!
All right, it's not that good in Mark 2. In Mark 2, they've balanced things, so we can only hold 3 corpses. 3 corpses let us build a lesser. Nate, you were listening when I was talking about the lessers. Are they any good?
They're pretty good.
They're pretty good. So somebody mentioned the Harrier threat range under quote-unquote the pot. Are you masturbating to my Legion poster right now? What are you doing?
I don't think the poster's crooked. I think the camera's crooked.
The camera is crooked. We checked the poster. The camera's slightly crooked. And we're going to watch Nathan masturbate to my Lilith poster. All right.
Fuck you, Cheddar Caveman. Just kidding. I love you.
I love you too. All right. So in the current version, we're not gonna talk too much about Mark 2 because I didn't play in Mark 1. So currently, you can only hold 3 corpses. When you're holding 3 corpses, you may, as a star action, after you're moved 6 inches by the lunch ladies, pop out a lesser war beast. Lesser in this particular context being bullshit because you pop out one of our amazing 2-cost beasts. So you could teleport 6 inches, create a shredder within 3 inches. Let's talk about the shredder for a minute.
Yeah.
So the shredder would pop out within 3 inches. So his back of his base would be 9 inches forward from where the pot started.
Yeah.
Then he would rabbit because rabbit's amazing.
Yes.
Then he would walk 8 inches because why not?
Yeah.
So he'd now be 17 inches forward from where he started. So 17 and a half inches away from where the pot started, he would fucking molest something.
Yes.
With rabbit and 2 attacks.
Seems good.
Seems good. But let's talk about the Harrier. Oh! I'm leaving off something. So you would do that in a list that didn't start with a shredder, and then your caster would have access to tenacity. Tenacity? Pretty good.
Yeah, somebody did. Sevwall, who I hate, did point out something, which is that nobody should ever put a shredder in a list. Because you start with one of these, and the very first thing you do is you have it walk.
Oh, I haven't even talked about killing themselves.
Yeah,
which is amazing.
Yes,
and makes me orgasm every time I do it.
Because the grunts can kill each other, and they qualify as corpse tokens.
You don't even understand how.
And
amazing.
after they kill each other, then the vessel activates last and spits out a shredder.
But let's pretend that wasn't a rule they had. So let's pretend you popped out a Harrier, because this is hilarious.
Yes.
So your lunch ladies are all alive because everyone's worried about the pot, and they ignore the fact that you have these Def 13 lunch ladies. Admittedly, blast damage can hurt them, but there's reach range away from the pot, so unless you min drift, you're not killing them with blast damage.
You shoot the pot with a hellmouth and they all die.
True. How often has that ever happened to me? Ask me how many times it's happened to me, Nate.
How many times have you faced people with hellmouth?
A lot. How many times have they hellmouth the pot?
Your players are bad.
There are other things in my list worth hellmouthing.
Disagree.
That
is the first hellmouth. Goes right on that fucking pot.
You
don't bring infantry. There's nothing else to hellmouth.
I do bring 2 infantry. They're technically minions.
Keep talking.
At any rate, so instead we're going to pretend that it's a Harrier pot. So the pot. Let's pretend you brought a shredder in Tenacities for chumps, so you don't need a shredder. So you move the pot forward 6, right?
Yes.
Then you pop out within, not wholly within, 3, a Harrier. So now it's 9 inches, roughly 10 inches forward the front of its base.
Yep.
Charge 10.5 inches, so 20.5 inch threat.
Auto hitting.
POW 10 boosted. Seems okay.
Seems alright.
You kill Gorman or Eris, because fuck those fuckers.
Yes.
Then you get a 7-inch sprint. And you got all of that because they killed 3 of your Legionnaires. Seems okay. Because Legionnaires are unplayably bad, so who cares if they kill them? Right?
I agree.
Or 3 Hex Hunters, or 3 whatever. Nobody cares. Okay, so then, alright, so those are all legitimate things you could do with this unit.
No, Cheddar Caveman. You don't hellmouth the pot because you're busy hellmouthing some other nebulous thing that he didn't bring because everything else is bad. No, continue with your valid
points.
Right.
Hellmouthing the pot is a good call. Who has Hellmouth?
That one Crix caster and then that Circle caster.
Okay, so that one Crix caster would be Denny 2, right?
Yes.
Who does Denny 2 get to play against?
I don't know.
Her name is Saren.
Yes.
And she doesn't bring the pot, and she sticks it right up Denny 2's urethra. Hard.
No.
Yup.
How?
All right, I'll tell you what.
We'll get to
I will pay you $50 if Denny 2 ever beats Saren.
Okay. Deal. Because you'll feat, which is the only advantage you have over Denny 2.
Nope. What does Denny 2 like to take for infantry?
I don't know. What are we getting at here?
Does she like to take maybe non-reach infantry?
Sure.
Does Saren have a spell called Blight Shroud?
Maybe.
She
brings Bane Knights.
I killed them all.
Okay. I forgot the Bane Knights were all dead because you're the best.
I forgot I have an Angelius.
Yes, you're too good.
One Angelius.
In the hood.
One Angelius. Kills like 6 of them.
Yep. They all just die.
A lot of them die.
Boom, they're dead.
A lot of them die. All right, anyway, but the Spawn Horror rule, where you move the pot and you place a lesser, is pretty good. But if you killed the pot, Nate...
Brian would like to know if you have ever actually beaten Denny 2 with Saren.
I've never lost to Denny 2 with Saren.
Have you ever beaten Denny 2 with Saren?
Many, many times.
All right.
Oh, I take that back. I lost a casual Wednesday night game against Dan one time. He won on scenario before I got to do anything. And then I never let that happen again.
I haven't played Crix in 6 years. I will destroy you with Denny 2 on Wednesday.
Okay, deal.
And I'll earn my $50.
Worth it. Okay, but the Spawn Horror rule would be fair if you could kill the pot and prevent me from doing it.
Yes.
But you can't.
No.
So when you kill the pot, if it has 3 corpses, which it will because you had to dig through the Legionnaires to get to the pot, which you can't shoot to death because it's armor 18 with 10 fucking goddamn boxes.
Jeremy, last year in the finals in Chicago, did Brian beat you with Denny 2 against Saren?
Fuck! That's right, I do have one loss to Saren versus Denny 2.
Because he sure stammered out gibberish with rage.
Damn it.
You owe me $50.
I do. I owe you $50. That's true.
That's my logic, and you're too drunk to refute it.
True story. Brian.
Jeremy was wrong. Drink.
Brian played Denny 2 in round 3 versus Saren and destroyed it. And then in the finals, he played his Denny 2 versus my Saren, and my dice took a bath.
His dice, Brian. You are terrible.
My dice.
Yes.
Brian's not a bad player.
No,
but my dice
possibly
also
beat you.
took a bath. Video proof. No video, it didn't happen, Brian.
So the pot's good. Third on the list.
So the pot, third on the list. Because if you kill it and it has 3 corpses, it pops out a lesser because fuck you and your rules.
The Nis Grunts have a pointless unit as well, pointless rule as well, that I don't know why it bother existing. It is rules float.
It's not 100% true. Because if they didn't have Stoneheart, so they have Stoneheart, which means they never flee, and I'm making bets. If they didn't have Stoneheart and they didn't have the rule Fearless, what could happen?
But not if they didn't have the rule. Why does Stoneheart exist instead of purely being the Fearless icon on them?
There is 0 reason.
There is 0 reason for them not to merely have Fearless.
True. They should just have Fearless. That's 100% true.
Lou Baby Souls is the worst at making Blastoises. He has not successfully made a Blastoise this entire goddamn Twitch stream.
It is pretty hilarious how he keeps getting denied.
If you manage to make a Blastoise, Jeremy will give me $50.
That is not true, but hilarious.
You hear that? He said it was true.
So I've recommended 3 infantry, and we're almost done with the units. Now, I would like to recommend these guys.
Strider Blade Blades!
Because I think this rule can never be bad.
They're stealth, they're Pathfinder, they're speed 7, they have 2 initial attacks, they have ambush, they have crit grievous wounds, they have combined melee attacks, and they're only 6 fucking units. Why are they bad?
So here's the problem with Blight Blades, is I've never played them.
Right?
That's literally their only problem.
Oh, okay.
Because in my opinion, things with ambush must always be good, but they're not actually available for purchase, so I have not played them, and so therefore, unplayable trash, because they're literally unplayable.
Okay.
But they would otherwise be on the list.
Travis says they don't have reach. Which the people I've heard arguing against them say you just bring Bog Trogs because Bog Trogs have reach.
But they're wrong because they have stealth.
So if they ambush and kill stuff.
So here's the thing. So ambush is a great rule. How does ambush work? Ambush says you place them with 3 inches of your deployment zone on any turn except the first. Nathan, that was a complete Blastoise.
Also, seeing him complete, that is the derpiest looking Blastoise I've ever seen. I'm smiling.
All right. So here's the thing about Strider Blade Blades. What is the stat line on Cossack Woodsman, Nathan?
I don't know. Nobody plays them.
Are they terrible?
Probably.
They're real bad. They're real bad. What's the stat line on Strider Blade Blades?
15 defense with stealth is really survivable.
Mat 6.
Mat 6 is also
Rat
good.
5, 2 attacks.
Rat 5 doesn't matter.
At PS9 Crit Grievous.
Yes.
Their stat line not terrible. Cossack Woodsman should be played in Kador more often than they are because they fuck people in the ass. These guys are going to fuck people in the ass and then not die.
I would go one better. St. Judy reaches the best ability in the game.
Nope. A gun is the best ability in the game. Guns are better than reach.
Yeah, it depends on the gun. Reach is always amazing.
I don't disagree. However, these guys at speed 7, even if all you do is run to engage all of their bullshit choir / beast handler / go fuck yourself, you fucking support units. So you run 14 inches and engage them. Now they're engaged. You're def 15. They can't shoot you because you're stealth, and they can go eat a bag of dicks.
And yes, Tort, to summarize the battle engine, it's amazing, it's amazing, it's amazing, it's amazing. All these abilities are great. It kills everything. Holy shit, it's great. Unplayable trash.
Unplayable trash.
That was indeed exactly his summary of the battle engine.
So the Blight Blades might be amazing, but they're literally unplayable at the moment.
Aww. Now I miss that character on Parks and Recreation.
I know, right? Literally.
It's literally my
unplayable.
Favorite character on Parks and Recreation.
Actually, he's my favorite character on Parks. I don't even like Parks and Rec, and he's my favorite character. You know why?
He doesn't like Parks and Rec. Take a drink.
Why is my favorite character? Why is he my favorite character?
Because he reminds you of yourself.
Because he reminds me of West Wing, and I love West Wing. Drink. This unit if they were in any other faction,
Strider Rangers, they also have a blank card.
they do, would be the best unit in any other faction. Wait. Not Ret. Other than Ret, best unit in the faction if they were in any other faction.
They're good.
Mat 5 Rat 6, but they're a gun unit, so that's fine. Range 12, POW 10, CRA, Pathfinder, AD.
Stealth. Stealth, AD, Pathfinder,
Def 15,
CRA,
Armor
Defense
11.
15.
They would be the best unit outside of Ret. Being awful is a skill I have. So, also Speed 7.
Yes.
Like, they would be the best unit. They have a UA. Let's talk about the UA for a second.
He's got a trumpet.
So their UA, which is 2 guys, one of them is a musician, and musicians are hilarious. So let's talk about musician first. The musician can hand off his trumpet to someone else, because why not? Also, he gives them +3 to fucking command range. The UA that he is attached to has a command of 9, so he has a command of 12, which is the best command in the game, name?
It might, yeah.
It might be. Alright, so what does the UA give them? He gives them Hunter on range 12 POW 10 attacks
With
as
CRA.
a tactic.
Yep.
As a tactic. And then he grants Reform. These guys would be the best unit in
He
the game.
doesn't have boxes? That's interesting.
Nope. Outside of Ret, I argue these might be the best unit in the game. In Legion, Nathan.
Unplayable trash.
Yep. It's really unfortunate that a Def 15, Armor 11, Rat 6, 7 on the UA, Mat 5, 6 on the UA, Range 12, POW 10, they're unplayable trash. But their UA costs 3. They themselves cost 6, which makes them cost 9 points. What do we get for 9 points, Nathan?
Ravagor?
Nope.
No.
Liar.
Scythian?
Yep. What else do we get for 9 points, Nathan?
There's
And
oh, no, we got a unit of swordsmen.
non-playable trash.
An Angelius.
Angelius.
Because
So-
Angelius is a range 12 with 7 shots a turn and Reform and Hunter that gets to have Stealth and Pathfinder and whittles down infantry from range safely.
Seems pretty good.
Wait, no, that's not at all what an Angelius does.
Also, they have AD, Nathan.
Yeah, I know.
Without the UA. It's unfortunate that in Legion they are
Amazing.
unplayable trash.
Yeah.
Alright, let's talk about some solos. So here's the problem with our units. We're playing Legion, and the units can go fuck themselves. Cost 3 UAs are a Legion theme, that's true. Alright, so we have some solos that were not attached to things. I wonder if they're good, Nathan.
Oh, I'm sure they blow chode.
I'll bet they do.
There's no way
Actually,
that they're amazing.
The very first one alphabetically we have not talked to actually blows chode. So, what did all of the other factions get?
They got lesser warlocks.
I'll bet lesser warlocks are pretty good, huh, Nathan?
I bet they are.
I'll bet Una's pretty good.
Yes.
I'll bet the Horgol, the fucking troll guy is pretty good.
Yes.
I'll bet that the Scorn one, who can just sack pawn fucking spell attacks onto his beast, is pretty good.
Probably.
Legion got this thing called a Beast Mistress. So the Beast Mistress is speed 6.
You know, yeah.
Which is
I'm gonna stop you a second because I'm
Sure.
gonna say something completely unrelated and tangential
Sure,
before you start
sure.
talking out of your stupid face.
Okay.
Would you say
Mhm.
that shredders are good?
Yep. Also Harriers.
Harriers are also good. But now,
Stingers
if
arguable.
Harriers were, let's stick with shredders for a second.
Sure.
If shredders had a 6-inch increase in their threat range, would that be good?
Seems good.
So shredders having an additional 6 inches to the threat range is good.
Even 3 would be good because I think that's what's important for your argument here.
No, 6 is important for my argument.
All right.
Because this plus this equals 6 fucking inches. So would you say shredders
Okay,
having an additional half of a goddamn foot threat range would be good?
Seems good.
Okay, unrelated about that,
Unrelated.
please describe unplayable trash for me.
All right, let's describe some unplayable trash. She costs 3 because things cost 3 in Legion that are solos or UAs.
Yes.
All right. She's speed 6, but who cares? Because she's just running around, running lessers. She's Mat 5, Rat 4, but she can boost, So it's fine. That's like a junior thing to be fucking Matt Rat terrible. Def 14, pretty good, right?
She does have flank.
Arm 13
Yep.
with 5 boxes.
Transfers.
Good against and transfers. Good against blast damage. Fury 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So far so good. What if she had a spell called Energizer?
That would be pretty fucking good.
What's Energizer do for our faction?
That gets to advance her entire battle group 3 inches, which hypothetically increases the threat range on lesser war beasts by 3 inches.
That does seem good. What's Field Marshal Aggressive mean, Nathan?
That means all of her war beasts get charged for free, which on your hypothetical rabid shredders is an additional 3 inches threat range.
All right, so in a minute we're going to talk about Abby 2, who letting her beast charge for free is amazing. In this case, unplayable trash. But Abby 2 has the same ability, so it's cool. Let's talk about Flank. What's Flank do?
Flank makes her better in melee. She becomes melee 7, POW 11, 11. But
seems good.
Yeah, PS
seems
11.
good. Seems good. And then Draconic Consort, all it means is she's a warlock,
But
except
not a
she's
warlock.
not really a warlock, and she can only take lessers. She has a spell that's trash, but no one cares because it's called Blood Rain. Range 8, cost 3. Go fuck yourself, Blood Rain. Cost 3. Range 8, AoE 3, POW 12. Models hit suffer the corrosion continuous effect. This spell is possibly the most bullshit spell in a junior warcaster ever. What do the other junior warcasters have, Nathan? So we have the original junior, which has
armor.
Arcane Shield. Plus 3 armor. It's a pretty good spell. We have the troll one. What does he have?
That one thing and the others.
Yep.
I don't know. I've never seen the troll one in my life.
It's really good. So he has the one thing and the others. We have the Scorn Lesser. What's he got?
That other one.
Yep. Also pretty good. We have the...
But them. Like, what's wrong with her?
Okay. So let's pretend Blood Rain's not on her card.
Also, the thing
it is
despite,
trash.
Despite that she's flank lesser,
sure.
Field Marshal is everything.
Sure.
Like,
okay. So she can take unlimited lessers, right? Right?
Oh, yeah, she can only take lessers, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah, she can only take lessers. My bad. That's under her Draconic Concert.
Literally
but
the problem.
Even still,
with her.
she's increasing your Shredder's threat range by half a foot.
So let's take... Okay, let's operate in a pretend world where she has the rule that Una has, where her lessers are -1 cost. Let's do that.
No, you don't get cost 1 lessers. Why are we doing that?
We don't, but let's pretend.
Okay.
So you pay 3 points for her, and then you take 3 shredders, also for a point each. So you just paid 6 points for her and 3 shredders. If she pays 3, each of those shredders is plus 3 threat range. They charge for free, so now they're 8, 11, 14 and a half inch threat range.
Yeah.
Seems pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Okay. For a grand total of 6 points.
Yeah.
And I would play her all the time.
Yeah.
Except, unfortunately, Una has that rule and she doesn't.
Yeah.
And Una's allowed to take whatever the fuck she wants. But birds are cheaper. This bitch is allowed to take only lessers and no discount.
Yes. One thing you're missing is that you can't take Una in your faction.
That's
but
true,
you can
which is
take
unfortunate.
Her.
So let's talk reality for it. So I agree that if she had the rule Una has where my lessers are cheaper, all of a sudden I play her. So let's talk reality.
I can't agree with something I never said because I'm not a madman.
So let's talk reality for a second. Let's take 2 shredders with her in real life for 7 points. All right?
Okay.
So those 2 shredders don't AD.
Okay.
Right? You would agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. So they deploy 7 inches up because I'm going first because I'm Legion and fuck rules. So I deploy them 7 inches up. I energize them up 3.
Sure.
So now they're 10 inches up. They charge for free. So now let's pretend they rabbit and charge for free.
Yeah.
So now they're 11 inches up from that. So they're 21 inches up. So they're 21 inches up with shredders. What did you do to keep shredders alive?
Not charge them 21 inches up the first turn like an idiot.
Okay. Let's walk them 6. Should we walk them?
Well, okay.
All right. Let's walk.
Do they have eyeless sight?
They do.
So keep them behind forests and walls and shit.
In a perfect world where forests is always where I wanted them, yes, to be amazing. Let's walk them up. So they're 7 inches up. They energize are up 3 inches because why wouldn't you, right? And then they walk 6 inches and then do tenacities everywhere.
Sure.
The tenacities with her is amazing. I don't argue that. So these guys are now 13 inches up, tenacity all the fucking back, and then you move up. And then I have these 2 shredders that have to stay within. Wait. What's her control range?
8.
Okay, so I guess she could go first.
She would go first. She would energize and charge forward 9 inches, and then they slingshot forward and murder stuff.
No, that's fair. So they're 7 and 6 is 13. Their energizer up to 16. And then the energizer is the second time, right? To 19. And then she runs forward.
You can't energize her twice.
You can energize the first time and then charge.
Oh, the different turn.
Yeah,
yes, okay,
yeah.
sorry.
So they're 13 inches up before they start, and they charge for free. So they rabbit and charge for an additional 11.
Also, yes, St. Judy, there will probably be a Crix marathon. We'll marathon everything. Why the fuck not?
We'll probably do all of them. So now they're charging 24.5 inches on the second turn.
Yes.
Except they might be out of control, which is a problem. But let's pretend they weren't. Let's pretend you did her smart.
Or they're like charging diagonal or whatever.
Right, sure. So they're roughly at the midline. So then you have this Def 14 Armor 13 5-box model with zero defensive bonuses?
Yes.
0 defensive bonuses.
Transfers.
Sure. Except she energized for 3 in order to do any good at all.
So she has a transfer.
So a transfer. Who's now charged for a total of 25 inches. So she's at the midline in order to allow her shudders to do any work. So her shudders kill a couple of infantry. And she's at the 25-inch mark-ish. What keeps her alive? I'm curious. At the 25-inch mark. Nothing. You know what the Scorn one has?
What?
The Scorn one says if you attack him with a ranged gun or a spell, he just says, that's adorable. The beast over there is going to just take it because fuck that shredder. Oh, wait, he doesn't have shredders. He's just going to throw it to his lizard thing. Or any goddamn beast in the faction, including Mollykarn.
Una can only take birds.
Yep. So what did Una take?
And what's his balls can only take the elemental trolls.
Because the pirate troll's pretty bad.
Slag trolls scare me as a Convergence player.
Yeah, so he's got a slag troll and a pirate troll because he wants to fuck Convergence and Legion right in the ass.
Travis, he is never going to stop being terrible.
That's true. So the troll guy has a pirate troll and a... Ooh.
Catbug's in.
Catbug says hi. So he's got a pirate troll and he's got a slag troll. And he tells your faction and my faction to go eat a bag of dicks. Right?
All right.
So that happened.
So she's corner case, not that good.
She's corner case, unplayable trash.
She's legit worse than the other things that you're a psychopath for not recommending.
Yep.
So, yes.
Yeah, she's pretty bad. All right, so that was... If she could take our other beasts, she might be the best lesser warlock in the game. And I understand why they didn't allow us to do that. But, unfortunately, she can't. And she can only take lessers, and so she's terrible.
Fair enough. On we move.
Even you cannot screw this up, and I have to go piss.
All right.
This is my next recommendation.
So the Blighted Nis Shepherd is like a worse version of...
I apologize.
The Blighted Nis Shepherd is like a worse version of Targ.
Fuck you!
She is a worse version of Targ.
Except amazing.
She's 1 point cheaper to make up for the fact that she's unplayably bad compared to Targ. So she has Medicate, which is range 3, target friendly faction war beast heals D3 damage points, which is pretty good. Targ has that. She has Condition. Condition's good. Range 3 also. Target friendly faction war beast. She can take any number of Fury points on or off of it, which is actually super good. That's why Legion gets to cheat with their beasts. This is the reason why he's got such an erection about Legion beasts. Is they get to force to full every single turn, and then all the Fury just goes away because these are FA2, and you also have 2 Forsaken, so 4 of your beasts get all their Fury taken off for free every turn, which is bullshit, and that is why he's so gay for the beasts. But so Condition's their main thing, that's why you bring them, and then they have Beastmaster, which is a shitty version of Hurting. Beastmaster lets you force war beasts, but not leech or reave or transfer to them like Hurting does. So, they're okay. They're only a point.
Only a point. They are actually really awesome.
They are. You bring 2 of them in every Legion list ever because they're amazing. Jeremy might have gotten locked out of the room.
My door.
I know.
Security deposit.
It's not gonna break.
All right, so I covered the crappy targs that you get to take.
You know what the problem with Targ is? Because he's got great abilities. I'm not going to disagree with Targ's abilities. So here's the problem with Targ. He only affects minion pig beasts.
Hold on a second. I'm going to ask you some questions here, Jeremy.
Sure.
We're going to go into this Shepherd right here.
Sure.
I'm going to ask you yes or no question.
Sure.
Eyeless Sight?
Nope.
Pathfinder?
Nope.
Unplayable trash.
Nope.
You're in Legion. They
It's
don't have
true.
Eyeless Sight or Pathfinder. Unplayable trash. Oh, are they fearless? On to the shit pile.
Who's asking?
On to the shit pile.
Who's asking?
With this unplayable thing. Tortorific.
Tortorific. I'm going to ask you one question. Two questions. If Scorn and or Trolls, that's two questions, had access to the Shepherd, would they play her?
It's one binary question. Does she have Eyeless Sight, Pathfinder, or Fearless?
Nope.
Unplayable trash. So St. Judy brings up that Drudges with Ghostwalk have Eyeless Sight and Ignore Terrain, so they're like Legion. They're the new hotness.
I don't disagree with them.
There we go.
All right. So did you cover how all of these abilities apply to Legion Beasts instead of Pig Beasts?
I covered that. That is one problem that Targ has.
That is one problem. So Targ has great abilities. Unfortunately, all the beasts in his faction are unplayable trash.
How many of your beasts have range 10 auto fire sprays?
Do you really want to answer that?
0.
2.
No.
What's this is on the roll card, right?
Yeah. How many of your beasts have range 10 sprays that cause fire to everything in the spray?
Only one.
Who?
Carnivian.
Yeah.
We have a Ravgor's Animus.
Yeah. Well, that's with a fucking Animus.
For one cost that anyone can
You
cast.
have 0 beasts with range 10 auto fire.
I'll tell you what. You take a Roadhog, and I will take Angelius / Ravgor / Carnivian / Scythian, and I'll bet we see who wins.
Okay. All I know is that I beat you.
So here's the thing with the Shepherd.
Oh, I mentioned condition is why your beasts are so good, because you get to take all the fury off of 4 beasts every turn.
So JVM was on a podcast occasionally, and I forget which podcast it was. Because
it wasn't ours.
It was not ours. Because JVM has never called into our podcast, and it makes me sad. It means he thinks that he doesn't love me as much as the other podcasts.
Alpha, by Brun and Lug, do you mean Roshan?
Rorsch and Brian.
Thank you for that into my face.
He meant Rorsch and
I
Brian.
think he meant Rorsch and Brian.
He did.
Okay.
So JVM was on a podcast, and I do not know which one it was because it was a bad podcast because it wasn't Cripple System. But he was on a podcast, and he would have a sign-off, and their sign-off was they would ask a trivia question about the game, and then you would have to answer.
Yes.
JVM always had the same answer. What was JVM's answer?
I don't know. I don't listen to podcasts.
So JVM's answer was I activate my Ravagor, I boost a hit, I cast my Animus, I boost damage, and then I activate my Shepherd and pull the Fury off.
Yes.
Because there's a reason that was JVM's answer.
It's
because
always
that is
the answer.
literally always the answer to every problem. There's not a problem in the game that's not the answer to.
Gorman DeWolf is scaring me.
Oh, you're right. I activate my Naga. I boost to hit. I crit poison. I boost to damage. And then I pull it off the Shepherd.
Oh, he
meant Brown Lug.
Anyway, so shitty Targ. Moving on. Unplayable trash.
Nope. That is number 4.
No Eyeless Sight,
It's important that I hit
This is
7.
number 5.
So either way,
This is number 5.
It's important I hit 7 because I'm gonna hit 7.
Yep.
So there's number 5. So condition on Legion Beasts, pretty good. Medicate on Legion Beasts, pretty good. Beastmaster only matters if you. Beastmaster, did you cover that the Beastmaster only matters if you're playing Rias?
Beastmaster is shitty hurting.
No. If you play Rias, it matters.
If you play Rias, you don't need Beastmaster because you brought Proteus because it's legit tech.
That is an untrue story. Okay, so
it is not untrue because he gets to have his ass end inner control area. He gets to shoot and pull something in, and then he gets to jump to the other side of it, and then hurting triggers.
This next solo rides the line.
You're not going to recommend this? This isn't going to push you to 8?
It should, but I'm going to put it on the line between unplayable trash and amazing.
This toothpick and your urethra have a date.
All right, so let's pretend, Nathan, you play pigs.
No, Tort, I don't think. Don't. That's like telling him there's not really a Santa Claus. Okay, just let him to believe.
JVM is amazing, and he's my hero.
No, and he was on every episode of that podcast. And he just happened to say that same sentence in the same voice clip every time. Right. He's just consistent because he's a professional
and my hero. So here's the thing about JVM. So when I was a new Legion player, There was only one famous Legion player. There are now multiple famous Legion players. But when I jumped from Ret to Legion, because I couldn't win with Ret and I couldn't lose with Legion, oh wait, where's my coin? And I couldn't lose with Legion.
Default coin.
I have never default coined with Legion. I've default coined with Ret a lot. I've never default coined with Legion, but I can't lose with Legion because they're amazing. JVM was the only,
except for against Dr. Arcadius.
Arcadius can eat a bag of dicks. Drink.
Now he'll do it while beating you.
Drink. You don't have a drink.
No, I finished.
Where the fuck is your? All right, wait. We need a break.
I don't need Coke. Just give me some.
Just rum. All right. We're gonna just cracking him up.
Just like a
yeah, I'm aware.
We'll be leaving soon.
I know.
All right.
Good enough. All right, drink. All right. So when I jumped from the Ret of shit bandwagon to the Legion of I can't lose bandwagon, JVM was the only famous Legion. It's no longer true, but a year and a half ago it was that JVM was the only famous Legion player. In addition, he's the most beautiful man I know.
Well, are you excluding yourself out of fairness?
It's only fair.
Right.
If I were gay, I would be gay for JVM. And I'm going to put this out there to viewership land. Most of you would be too.
And no, JVM is not Jerry's fetish.
He's not. But if I were gay, he would be.
Yes. Anyway, please, for the love of God, talk about the Blightedness, Sorceress, and Hellion.
If this were a solo in Pigs... Well, you don't have flight, so it wouldn't matter. But, okay, so let's talk about this solo. So, Def 14, Armor 16 with 10 boxes.
Yeah.
Seems survivable.
Yep.
Cost 4 for solo. That's kind of high for a solo.
Yep.
Jeremy was guy.
I think he means gay.
Doesn't explain why he already has a bag of dicks.
He doesn't have a bag of dicks. He ate them all.
All right.
You son of a fucking
Oh my
bitch!
God, Nate. Andy,
that's not even
leave.
funny.
Leave. You're
It's
fired.
literally not even funny.
I'm really glad you're over on that side of the room. All right, so Def 14, Armor 16 with 10 boxes. Pretty good. Speed 8? Is that okay on a solo?
No, it's terrible, I'm sure.
Unplayable. Yeah, it should be unplayable.
Wait, does it have eyesight?
It doesn't, but it has flight, so it's half of the Legion rules.
Jesus.
Because rules are bullshit. It doesn't have eyeless sight, but it doesn't matter because none of its abilities care. So it has magic ability 7 with 3 possible abilities. They're probably all pretty bad though, so you would never have trouble deciding between them. So the first one is place a 5-inch AoE anywhere in this model's command range of 8. If a model in the AoE is directly hit by an attack and the damage fails to exceed its armor, it just takes a point.
Yep.
That's probably bad, right?
It's great against shield walled and other such armor buffed single wound infantry.
That would never happen. So let's read the second roll. Spray 8, POW 12. Seems bad.
Goblins, I really think Helga's feat should have granted flight to her entire army because pigs would fly and it would be hilarious.
That would
True
be,
story.
Pigs flying would be
Her
hilarious.
feet would be called the end of the world.
Wait. But this guy has the third ability, Nate.
Yes.
I'll bet it's bad.
Probably.
Because the other two are pretty good, so you wouldn't give it a third good ability.
I have literally never seen the other two used in my life, and I've seen the Hellion a lot.
Oh, man, I've used the Frostbite.
I've used Frostbite.
But I do usually use the third ability.
Yes.
The third ability is called Wind Ravager, and is, to the best of my ability, unique. Yes?
I don't know.
Pretty sure it's unique. While in this model's command range of 8, because why wouldn't it have a command 8? Because Legion, fuck you and your rules. While in this model's command range of 8, enemy models cannot make ranged attacks. So as you move up this Def 14, Armor 16, 10 box model. Andy, turn on the fan again, please.
No, it's not.
Move it down.
So
you move it up and you turn on Wind Ravager.
So what you do is you fly up your speed of 8 with your Def 14, Armor 16, but I'll bet there's terrain somewhere. God forbid there's terrain, because I'm flight and I don't care.
Right.
So I put behind a wall or a forest or whatever, or on a hill. So let's pretend I'm on the worst situation, which is a forest or a hill. So if you shoot at me, I'm Def 16, Armor 16 with 10 boxes. Seems good.
Yes.
And then I cast Wind Ravager.
Yes.
But I can only move 8 inches from where I started. That's pretty bad.
Okay.
And then I cast Wind Ravager, and I say, you know what? If you're within 8 inches of me, and you have a gun,
Yes.
eat a bag
of unplayable trash.
Of dicks. The
Right.
word phrases of dicks, Nathan.
We have a new drinking game. It's when he says the word dicks. What's that sporting goods store at the Westtown Mall?
That would be all right, pretty good. I haven't even described one of her rules.
Shenanigans.
But all of that for 4 costs. Oh, and a Reach PS9 magical attack.
Her best ability isn't action ability on there. But after you finish listing everything that's on there, I'll mention it.
Okay.
I was gonna say a drinking game is what the audience plays, not the host.
Yeah,
No,
well,
the host also enjoys playing the games.
it's all good.
I like to participate with our audience. So, but let's put an ability on there. Let's hypothesize an ability that would make. All right, let's see. We
It's
have
called area coordination.
we have beasts that fly, right?
Yes.
They're pretty good.
Yes.
One of them's the Angelius, one of them's the Seraph, and one's the Harrier. We have others, but those 3 are all pretty strong.
Yeah.
So let's pretend that those 3 all benefited from an ability where if
And the
they were in my
Archangel.
command range of 8 without any thought or anything, just there. Oh, and the Archangel, thank you. If I were just within 8,
And the Nerf.
but I haven't decided about that.
And anything the bolt thrower puts its animus on.
Fuck the bolt thrower.
And everything in Abby 2's
Wait,
army on her feet.
hold
I
on.
know. We
Hold
have
on.
not gotten to Abby 2 yet, Nathan. You are spilling the
on.
But
beans.
no, not fuck the bolt thrower. Think of the interaction of the bolt thrower's animus with this ability. You can give free charge. His animus
I know,
becomes
it's
free
amazing.
charge.
I know, it's almost legit. It almost makes the bolt thrower
So
worth playing.
wait, no. How? Okay.
Nephilim soldiers do
Without-
not have flight. Torterific, go fuck yourself.
Nephilim soldiers have flight.
No, they do not.
They have glide. Or the glide
No,
doesn't
the
exist in Mark II.
soldier
They have
actually
flight.
has flight.
Yeah, they had
Yeah.
glide in Mark 1.
Yeah.
God damn it, Torterific.
Do you not know anything?
Why are you
about the
blaming
Nephilim?
him for you being an idiot?
Yeah.
The soldier is unplayable trash.
No,
and so
it's
I don't
not.
know his
Because he
stats.
doesn't have Eyeless Sight or Pathfinder.
He has-
Because he's
flight,
not a
but he's
beast.
beast.
both.
Pathfinder.
He is
Yeah.
both.
And eyeless sight.
But he has an animus called Massacre
So-
instead of an animus called
hold on.
Slaughterhouse.
Okay, so
Andy.
so
So,
Bolt thrower's animus is
bolt
range
thrower
self.
is horrible.
Shrink.
Bolt thrower is horrible. So,
the phrase is unplayable trash because it's a
So,
drinking game, Andy.
how the fuck are you going to be able to take out Gorman with any of your ranged attacks?
Well, I have a Naga. Because fuck you.
So these
So anyway,
flying beasts get
so these
charged
flying
for
beasts.
free. Hooray!
What if all of my flying beasts could charge for free? That seems good. Hey, Nate. Flying's a pretty good ability, right?
I'll go with yes.
And a lot of our beasts have it.
Yes.
What if they could all charge for free? That'd be okay.
That'd be pretty good. It's a shame she's unplayable garbage. The
But
other ability that she has that's not on her card
Sure.
is your opponents are going to think she's a beast. And they're going to behave accordingly.
That has happened to me in not insignificant numbers of
And the
tournaments.
2 greatest things about that are, number 1, when somebody puts like 30 buffs onto a heavy and sends it after her, and it like hits her, like this enraged
God.
bronze back goes, "Roar!" and hits her, and you're like, all right,
You're like,
my
"Oh,
4-point model
she
died.
died in the first attack. You're right. Good job.
And the other one, of course, you had mentioned when you get to the caster, is when Saren pops her feet. So beasts are unattackable.
No. Save that for later because it's going to be
All
funny.
right. It's just funny when the hell you're just like, I'm standing here, people are like, oh, I can't attack
I
your
can't
Hellion."
attack and I wish I could. So remember later that the Sword Season Hellion is a solo,
Not a beast.
not a beast. All right.
But she's garbage
She's
because
garbage.
all of those abilities are useless. Having free charges and your opponent being unable to attack are very, very useless abilities.
Your opponent can only not attack if they're an idiot. And angels don't care about free charges because they only get armor piercing once. Unplayable trash.
Please tell me we're not even fucking fuck.
Let's talk about unplayable trash.
Gosh.
Let's talk about beautifully painted unplayable trash.
If
Nathan,
I had stayed at home, I could be having sex now. Like that, I gave that up for this.
why did you not stay home and have sex and then come out?
Because you were droning and it drove her out of the room. She's like, "This is so terrible. I'm gonna go clean the kitchen."
I'm sorry, Raylene.
She said,
I am really sorry.
She does
I
love
deprived you of sex with Nathan, but you're not.
"Don't
missing
apologize
much.
to her for
You're
that."
not missing much.
No, she isn't. She is
All right, so let's talk unplayable trash. Let's talk the most beautifully painted model I own.
Yes.
That is unplayable. All right, so there is a man, there's a god named Matthew Di Pietro.
Di Pietro.
Di
Pietro.
Di Pietro.
Matthew Di Pietro.
He is not.
I like how you can't even pronounce his name, even sober.
I've had a lot to drink. I can't. Not only is he a very decent human being, which is amazing. No,
You're very tolerable as a person.
She's an amazing person. But in
very
addition,
decent. That's like being incredibly average.
Not only is he a decent person, which I'll be honest, as the mouthpiece of a organization like Privateer Press, that's impressive. He's also a goddamn gifted painter.
And what's hilarious is watching him do that amazing painting in
10 minutes.
In 10 minutes, like it just takes pieces, goes flip, 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 and he he has like 8 brushes in his mouth.
Andy's gonna hold up the painted job. You need to turn it around so you can see his signature.
I won't be able to see the model for another 45 minutes,
I know.
so I can't tell you if it's in focus or not.
Is the signature facing them? Because it's important.
Oh, here it comes. I can tell you if it was in focus back then.
You need to show the signature. All right, so here's the thing.
It was not in focus.
Not in focus.
Okay.
And facing the wrong direction. All right, so
She was facing the right.
is Charlie Foster the third?
Charles
an
Foster
amazing,
the Third.
Is he an amazing painter?
I love Charles Foster the Third.
So Charlie Foster the Third met Matthew DiPietro. And then decided maybe he would never paint again because he would never be amazing.
That's terrible.
And Charlie Foster III is amazing. If Charlie Foster III painted any model for me, ever, it would go in my Hall of Fame.
He painted one of my Vanguards.
I'm really jealous. So, Charlie Foster III, if you hear this podcast, you may paint any model of my army up to and including Proteus. And if you do, it will always be in my bag because there are painting competitions.
So
Fiona.
He's actually painting.
No, he can't paint Fiona because Fiona's been painted by Matthew DiPietro. That would be
No.
unfair to both of them.
I meant move on to Fiona.
Sorry, Fiona. So Fiona was painted.
What's Charles painting for you?
Charles is painting all the Italian chartered casters.
Oh, I should see if I can get him to paint my Gorman to
God. So, okay, wait. I want to take a break. Charlie Foster III might be my favorite person I've ever met in person.
Okay.
He's amazing, and I will regret for the rest of my life that I skipped his wedding, and I feel bad about it.
Goodbye, Mike. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your sleep. Please dream about strangling Jeremy to death, because I will.
Good night, Mike.
And I don't know if Sancta Judy
That's
is
signed by Charlie Foster.
I don't know if Sancta Judy is enjoying the train wreck or diddling going to sleep, but if he's going to sleep as well, good night.
Good night. All right, so anyway, Fiona the Lash, because she was painted by Matthew DiPietro, is the second most beautiful model I will ever own, because I own an Archangel. And I don't know if you've ever seen an Archangel.
It's beautiful.
Oh my God.
Imagine if DiPietro had painted your Archangel.
I need a moment.
You're welcome for the Archangel.
Okay.
So Fiona.
All right. So Fiona is actually a very pretty model, and mine particularly was painted by Matthew. If Andy ever bothers to fucking put a snow base on it, I will be bringing it to show off to people. I'm getting there. Fuck you.
I was just looking.
So imagine if there's this model in red that some of you may have heard of called a Mage Hunter Assassin.
Yes.
Is she good?
Yes.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
So
she's no nail.
She's no nail, which is a game within a game. But she's pretty good.
Yeah.
She has a rule called Dismember. She does. You're going to just do a word for it. Oh, no, hers isn't called Dismember. Hers is called...
Doesn't matter because she's not in your faction.
Doesn't matter because she just played for Legion. Her rule is if she exceeds your armor...
That's decap.
Decap, thank you. Her rule is if she exceeds your armor... Every point past your armor is doubled.
Yup.
Fiona has a somewhat similar rule.
It's not similar in the slightest.
It's not.
No.
So
it starts with a D. That's the extent of it being similar.
December.
So she gets an attack type on her attack. She gets 3 options. She gets Dismember, which is roll an additional die against beasts. She gets Pitch, which is throw them and fuck them for the strength check. And she gets really beat back.
Yeah.
So
pitch
if you
she can only pitch small base models.
Smaller, which is I was actually really angry when I found that out. I was really, really angry, Andy. Because it doesn't say that anywhere.
It's a base rule of throw.
I'm aware it's a base rule of throw, but it's a new base rule of throw.
No,
it's not new in the slightest. It's been
it
a
is
base
because
rule
the rake used to be able to weapon lock.
Weapon lock and throw are 2 different things.
Yeah.
So throw is this word that's spelled
Right.
THROW.
Nathan, you're a judge. Explain to me how throw works. I'm gonna drink.
You know how throw works. You just think it's different. What? Okay, throw is you throw a model, but it can't have a larger base than you. The end.
How many of these do you have, Nathan?
A lot more than you.
0. It's his Legion.
Okay,
Fuck you.
You're right. Tell you what.
Andy,
You fucking what.
Eat a bag of dicks. Drink. All right. So anyway, Fiona gets one of 3 choices: dismember, roll an extra dice against beasts, pitch, throw things that are your size or smaller. Spoiler alert: she's a small base, nothing
You said
smaller.
December.
I've had a lot to drink. Beat back, push it back an inch, then move an inch. God damn it, Andy.
Go on with your story.
Go on.
In addition, she has cool rules, which include
Evasive.
evasive. What's evasive, do?
She's immune to free strikes, and after she's missed by any attack, she can advance 2 inches.
That's not true. Read evasive.
A ranged attack.
Thank you.
My point is she's immune to free strikes, but the 2 inches happens from ranged attack.
Then she has another rule called prowl. Andy, what's prowl do?
Jesus Christ! Stop it!
Damn it.
She has stealth while in. She has stealth
Prowl
while.
and concealment.
Yeah.
So stealth and concealment. And then she has rapid strike. Nathan,
She gets to attack twice.
pretty good. In addition, her weapon is Andy. Eat a
4-inch
bag of
range and ignores shields and bucklers and shield walls.
But she costs 3 points. So she's basically a matron assassin, except slightly less good. Mat 7. They're also Mat 7. Speed 7, which is slightly better than them. 4-inch reach. Def 15, armor 12, which is the same as them. 5 boxes, which is the same as them. Pow 12, which is 3 better than them. But they have a cool rule where they exceed your armor, they double it. And
There
she doesn't.
is one big thing that she has that they don't have.
Is it called unplayable trash?
No.
Oh.
She has one incredible advantage over Mage Hunter Assassin.
Is it just because she's...
I'll be like, oh, I know what it is.
All right, let's hear it.
Actually, no, I don't.
She can be fielded in a Legion army.
I figured that's what you were going to say. I don't know if you know this about Legion. What can we take for 3 points?
I don't know. Is it a third of a Ravagore? Is it a shredder and a half?
It is a shredder and a half. So, what is she, Nathan?
She's unplayable because she's not a beast.
You misphrased that.
Unplayable dick bags.
Unplayable trash drink.
Suck a bag of trash.
All right. She is the most beautifully painted model I will ever own. I will always bring her in my bag once Andy puts a snow base on her.
I'll make sure I fuck it up.
Sikax tells you should be painting Exelon Vexus right now.
You should also do that, but first put a snow base on my model.
No.
And all right, so let me put it this way, Andy. If she's not snow based by War Machine Weekend, instead of eating a bag of dicks, I will punch you in the dick.
No, you'll just take it.
I will punch you in the dick.
No, you'll just take it. You'll be like,
You own Legion Infantry, right?
Yeah,
You like Grotesques you don't have.
They're in
what
my
is the
bag.
other one you don't have?
that's it.
No, you said there were like 2 things. Oh, Grotesque and Proteus, right?
I don't know. I think I might own a Proteus. He's not in my bag.
I tell you what.
Okay.
Local-ish events,
Sure.
like not cons,
Sure.
that we go to
Sure.
next year,
Sure.
I will play Legion
Okay.
using the infantry that you refuse to field,
All right.
and I will do better than you in 2015.
Are we gonna put money on
We
this?
are having a Legion off.
Are we gonna put money on
We'll
this?
do something to make it interesting, but we will have a Legion off.
Wait. No, I'm gonna raise the bar. If you play, I will bring my Legion and my Ret, raising the bar.
Yeah.
If you play one or less beast, and any caster of your choice, and
Now,
do,
1 or less is bullshit because I'm going to have to take at least a heavy and like a shredder for something like that.
I'll allow it.
Like
One lesser, one
no,
beast or less.
So here's the thing. After War Beast points, I will spend of my 50 points, I will
Sure.
spend less than 10 on beasts.
Okay.
10 or less.
If you spend less than 10 on beast and Legion,
10 or less.
and I play Ret, and you do better than me.
No, why are you playing Ret? We're having a Legion off. You're playing your beast.
No,
version.
you don't understand.
Because
I don't have to play Legion to beat you. If you're
Obviously-
playing less than 10 points to beat.
The point of this is that I'm showing you.
No, you're missing it. So you're gonna play.
No,
10
you're missing it. We're not playing against each other. You're taking your beast heavy end all be all Legion. I'm taking your version of unplayable shit Legion, and I'm gonna go 4-0 or 3-1, and you're gonna go 1-3 and 2-2 because my version of Legion is better than your version of
Do
Legion.
I have to give you 3-1 odds because I feel like I should? Because what are Legion infantry, Andy?
Gonna do better than you
no,
next year.
Legion infantry are amazing.
Unplayable.
That
trash.
sounds
No.
great, We're both
It's-
going to take Legion to an event.
Obviously, you haven't played with
We'll
swordsmen.
do 3 events.
No, unplayable trash.
We will do 3 events because I'm
Sure.
not going to force you to. I
Sure.
want
No,
to.
we can do this during the 6-pack of next year.
That's true.
the 6-pack next year.
That's
Sounds
perfect.
like a plan.
Yeah, no.
Next year's 6-pack, I will play Legion, never spending more than 10 points on
Sure.
beasts. You will play Legion.
10 above. You may spend your beast points and 10.
Well, that's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Sure.
I will never pay more than 10 of my army's
Sure.
points and beasts. You will play Legion the way you want them to play them.
So you'll playing an army of unplayable trash.
Yes.
Okay.
I will get the Legion coin for the 6-pack. You will not.
Once in the 6-pack? Because I feel like that's your best bet.
He could win overall. So in other words,
You're going to win more Legion coins than me in the 6-pack?
Yes.
whoever has
I will have more Legion success playing your goddamn infantry. I am guaranteeing this shit.
I am aware that this is on air. I will bet you $100 versus for you, what you have to put up is you have to go on air and say that Jeremy is your hero and the most handsome man you've ever met.
I'll say that right now. Jeremy is my hero and the most handsome man on the net.
And he has to mean it.
Oh.
I will wholeheartedly admit that you are a god amongst Legion players.
Yes, I am.
You
Once a
are
month.
the next coming
Of
JVM
Christ.
JVM. I will get you a date with JVM. Like
Ooh.
this is gonna. But this is what I promise is irrelevant because I'm gonna win this shit.
And what am I promising? Because I'm on board with this.
You said like $100, didn't you?
$100?
Whatever. We'll figure. It doesn't matter because I'm crushing your ass. Mike's on board. We got this, Mike.
I don't know if you know this about Legion, but our infantry is Andy.
Amazing! They
Andy?
have fucking cleave and overtake and weapon master and they murder the world.
Hey, you know what's really awesome? Hold on.
Andy,
Hold-
what are they?
You know what's really awesome is
Uh-huh.
when you have Legion swordsmen
Uh-huh.
and they go up and kill your shit,
Yep.
and then you kill them, and then
Yep.
they turn into these
Incubi.
solos
I
here,
know.
and
Which
then
we have
those
in the
things, those
He-
things kill shit
He's
too.
gonna play Callus in one of his 2 lists. I don't care because
And
Legion,
Jeremy isn't even going to recommend the Incubi either.
because Legion infantry are
Fucking amazing.
I don't.
unplayable.
We can discuss the
Trash.
terms. We can discuss the terms later, but we're doing this shit. I'm playing
All right, so
Legion
let's
at
talk
the
about-
6-pack, and
All right,
I'm beating
sure.
you.
No, feel free.
Handshake.
Handshake. Done. So the next,
Which means
units
other
less-
people are going to get a minion default coin because I'm not playing.
because you're not playing minions. So
Sure,
I'll play the Gators.
So the Incubi, which in any other faction would be playable,
and
but
are
in,
also amazing in Legion.
but in Legion are unplayable trash, are Speed 6 because why not? Mat 7 because Legion.
Right.
Rat 3, but they don't have a gun, so no one cares. Def 12 Armor 15, which is murder stats, except you don't care.
Right.
Because they never get shot at.
Right.
So, what do Incubi do that's good? I'm confused because they're only Mat 7,
Well, here's the
PS
big
11,
question.
2 attacks.
Why don't they die on their way? They're a melee model with crappy defensive stats. How come they don't die on their way there?
Andy, you used to play Legion. Explain this answer for us.
Why Incubi are good?
They have a rule.
Why don't they die on their way to attacking
Why
the
don't
opponent?
Why don't they die on the approach? Because they should. They
they're
really
not
should.
there. They're sexy. They appear. You kill a model,
They
and you
are
put down
sexy Mexi.
Well, you,
All right.
you kill a model that's not.
They're
removed
like
from play.
Mexicans. You don't see them until they attack you. So
Whoa! Not only is that incredibly racist, I didn't understand it. I didn't even know what it meant, and
All right.
it offended me.
all right. So the Incubi
I
have
didn't
a.
know. Are Mexicans stereotypically ninjas where
Yes.
you come from? Like
I grew up
when
in Southern California. So
You
yes.
watch ninja movies and they're all Hispanic, like
Yep.
they're in the black jumpsuit with a sombrero on.
Yep.
Like,
All right.
Those are called westerns, Jeremy.
So the Incubi are an infantry model which possibly have the most wordy rule. I
No.
think it is the most wordy
no,
rule.
it isn't. Bethany and Balfagor have the most wordy
of
rule.
any infantry non-warcaster model in the game.
Feral Geist.
That is
Yeah.
true. You're right. Other than a Feral Geist, which is also playable by our faction, and we'll get there.
I just learned Mike the Worker is a Hispanic.
Good
Hola.
job, Mike the Lurker. Hola, ¿cómo está, mi mujer?
Please stop.
I grew up in a very Hispanic neighborhood. All right,
in Boston.
No, in California.
I do
Is
like
it
the story
California?
where
I
Jeremy
thought
and
you
his
grew up in-
brothers were
I
confused.
grew up in,
I grew up in California until I was 15.
Jeremy was confused what was wrong with him medically because he wasn't the same color as all his friends.
You've never heard that story? All right.
He honestly didn't know why he was a different
color. I was 10 or
color.
11 years old, and both my brother and I, my brother's might be. He's never going to listen to this. He might be stupider than me. Anyway, my brother and I came home to my mom, and we were very upset because I was 11, he was 9 years old, and we came home to my mother, and we said, Mom, we discovered there's something wrong with us. Why aren't we the same color as all of our friends? We lived in Southern California, in a neighborhood called Oxnard, which is very Hispanic for those of you keeping score at home. And literally, we could not understand why the rest of our friends were brown and had a Spanish accent, and we were white and didn't. And we thought perhaps there was something wrong with us.
What are you doing to my computer over there?
Somebody posted a link that was supposed to go to a Mexican ninja, and it didn't go anywhere at 404's out. So I don't.
Your link is bullshit. All right. So anyway, the most bullshit rule on a not Warcaster infantry.
And it's hilarious how they have to legalese, because ignoring this block of text, all it says is when something dies, mark it, and then your next turn, its corpse turns into an incubus.
Well, we're gonna read it word for word because it's a fucking paragraph.
Okay.
Incubi models do not begin the game in play. That's why they don't get killed on the approach, Andy.
It's the same thing as...
Good night, baby seals.
Good night, baby seals. When a friendly, living, non-faction, or non-incubus, non-warlock, small-based, faction warrior model...
Right.
I shit you not, that's the requirement. Mm-hmm. Is destroyed, you can mark at center point.
Yeah.
So mark at center point.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Keep reading.
You may mark at center point. Then... remove that model from play. So not only do you mark at center point, you RFP it, because fuck them. That is a Mexican ninja with a sombrero, and it's amazing.
And a serape.
Oh my god, I really wish
they wouldn't be Mexican if they weren't a serape. It's not brown enough.
I'm going to have to talk to Menoth John to see about how he gets images put up on streams, because
that would be amazing. We should post that later.
Yeah.
All right, so... okay, wait. Let me.
Oh my god! Don't start over.
When a friendly, living, non-incubus, non-warlock, small-based faction warrior model is destroyed, you can mark its center point and remove that model from play. Okay, so we remove play. Then,
yes,
you can only mark up to 1 point for each incubus you have it that has not been put into play.
Oh my god! Next turn you get an incubus. The end.
I'm not done yet. During your maintenance phase. When's the maintenance phase, Judge? Is it before the control phase?
I'm too angry.
Okay.
What is Javier Gordy going to get here so he can kettle shock my head?
I don't even want him to kill Jeremy. I want him to kill me.
Yeah.
Which is amazing for me.
I hate that movie, by the way.
During your maintenance phase, put one incubus model into play.
Good night, Mike.
Within 2 inches of the point marked. Not wholly within. If there is not room to place an incubi model, you're bad at the game. Also, remove the marker from...
It's an incubus model. Incubi is plural.
That's true. Remove an incubus model. Remove the marker from the table and remove from play one incubi that has not been put into play. So basically, you take these guys, 5 incubi for 5 points. When they kill one of your infantry, you mark it with my coin. And then within an inch of that coin... That's my Legion coin.
I'm thinking of all the things I can do to this coin right now to anger you. Go on.
You could break my screen.
You could break a screen, but it would not anger me.
I was going to put it in my pants.
Out the window. You dropped it again?
Everybody wants me to just kill you with a hammer.
You
get to place an incubus. For the love of God, Jeremy.
So for 5 points, you take 5 incubi. Each infantry they kill, you get to put an incubi down during your own turn within, not wholly within, 2 inches of that infantry model they kill. Then you have a match 7.
Yes.
PS11.
Combo strike. The end.
Combo strike 2 initial attack infantry model.
And they're terrible. They're so bad. Jeremy hates them. The end.
And they are.
Unplayable dick bags.
Welcome back to the Incubi Hour.
Unplayable.
My name is... And I play Convergence.
There might be 8 models that I like.
Yeah.
So, am I on to 6?
These things are horrible arc nodes.
Except amazing.
No, they're horrible arc nodes.
Have you played Bale?
Spell Martyr, speed 6, cost a point. You
Yep.
can channel through them and then they die. Recommend, hooray, the end.
I do recommend them. Strider Deathstalkers, which in any other faction would
They-
not be unplayable trash.
Strider Deathstalkers are horrible arc nodes too.
But in Legion,
Mostly because you can't arc through them.
That's
That
true.
makes them really bad arc
in
nodes.
Legion, unplayable trash. Speed 7, range 12, POW 10. What the I lost my coin again. Range 12, POW 10, Snapfire, Swift Hunter.
Stealth
banging
and
the table.
This is actually a solo. How did we get in solos?
You've
Oh!
been in
Oh, right.
solos.
We already talked about Striders. These guys are not unplayable trash. 9. So the Strider Deathstalkers are Speed 7, Rat 8, Range 12, POW 10, Sniper, Swift Hunter, Snapfire,
Stealth, Pathfinder,
Stealth,
Advanced Deploy.
Def 15, Arm 11. AD.
Yeah. They're amazing.
You should play them. You should play 2 in lots of lists. Not every list.
Hey,
Because in Legion, we have Beasts.
you know what?
Wait, and
Doesn't- doesn't like
they
Striders?
They grant something to the other.
they grant,
They grant-
Swift Hunter.
They grant Swift Hunter
To the unit.
to the unplayable Striders. Unplayable trash.
No, the Striders are actually amazing too.
They're not Beasts. So unplayable trash.
Keep in mind, he thought swordsmen were garbage.
Yeah,
Also true.
again, true.
Also, and I stand by that.
Right.
All right. So the next infantry that is playable, and actually is really goddamn playable.
You guys have no idea how painful it is to sit next to him while he says these things. Like, I feel like I'm in some kind of a Milgram experiment where they're seeing if I will murder him.
See, when Nathan talked about convergence, nobody contested his opinions.
You know why? Because I'm not an idiot.
I feel like I'm Malcolm McDowell.
All right.
I'm gonna be sitting there
So
with
the
my eyes,
Forsaken-
and they're just held
The
open, and I have
I know.
to experience
The
this.
Forsaken are not unplayable trash.
Right.
So they have some problems.
I liked how you said that though too. They have some problems.
They have some problems. They're not Pathfinders. They don't have eyeless sight. And they're not beasts. Those are the 3 problems.
Just want to die.
So in any other faction, you would never not take the FA limit of these guys. They're cost 2, FA2, and
nope.
even in Legion we play them.
No. You know what faction would play these things? In a fucking heartbeat?
Every Hordes faction
Every
ever?
faction. Every-
Trolls.
Yep.
Fury
Trolls.
Control?
Circle.
I want some of that.
Circle would play them.
No, Circle's got Fury Control.
No, Circle
Trolls
would
have
play them.
no Fury Control.
All right, wait. All right, no, seriously, Andy.
Literally every Hordes faction would field 2 in every.
Literally.
Literally every Hordes faction
Every
would
horse
field
faction
2 in
would
every
play them.
list.
2 in every list.
Except for their Legion
Except in
models.
Legion, we occasionally play them. Yeah. So they're not unplayable trash.
Circle might not just because the Abomination will fuck him over.
They'll
Yeah,
take
Abomination
them-
is an issue.
No, they'll take them anyway. They're
Yeah.
that good.
Yes.
Why did
In
you guys
Circle,
fucking break this?
They are mildly
You just
playable.
had it on the table.
Yeah, that's true.
It
When
was
you said
attached
that,
to
no,
something.
it wasn't.
It
No.
was.
I don't know.
It's supposed to be
All right,
attached to this,
so-
but it wasn't.
Don't worry about
so
it. Don't worry
this
about it. It's okay.
barely breaks into playability in Legion. Barely. So they're speed 6, but they're not a Pathfinder, and it's really disappointing. They're not Eyeless Sight, which is really disappointing. They're fearless, and command checks are for chumps. They're Mat 5, which is really disappointing.
They could boost it.
No, we're not there yet, Andy. They're Mat 5, which is really disappointing. They're Def 14, Armor 14 with 5 boxes. All right. Def 14, Armor 14, 5 boxes. I'm willing to consider playing them in Legion. They're fearless. Okay. All right. I'm on board. We might play these guys. They cause command checks. That's amazing. They're abominations, which in any other faction would have downsides, but in Legion, do we play our infantry, Andy?
Why are you asking me?
Nathan, do we play our infantry?
I've
Not you don't, but I'm going to, and I'm going to beat you.
Good players don't. So they're abominations, which means they only affect the enemy.
What are you doing to my computer?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
I
fine.
don't want you to see my porn,
It can't be as good as my porn.
It can't.
and
It's true.
we shouldn't be
All right.
doing that from the streaming computer.
So that's actually a little bit true. So they're abominations, which
I'm not-
only affects opponents. It's why he might consider playing them. That's true. All right. Well, let's look at their abilities. What if they were ferocious? Oh, During its activation, this model can spend Fury points to gain additional attacks or boost its attack or damage rolls at 1 Fury point. It's like it's a beast.
There you go.
It's just like a beast.
Except, fuck you.
Except amazing. All right, so let's see what other abilities they have. They have a star attack. I don't like star attacks because they're limiting, but I'm willing to read it. So they have Consume Fury at range command. What's the command, Indy?
That's not a star attack, it's star action.
Star action. That seems good. Range 8? That seems good, right? All right, so range 8.
Mark 1?
I know.
5 inches.
Yeah, but not anymore.
Yeah.
Range 8 and Mark 2. Target friendly faction Warbeast. Ooh, I'm super on board with this ability. If the Warbeast is in range, which it will be because you can pre-measure 8 inches off your control area of your caster because you're not bad at the game. If it's within range of 8 inches, remove up to 5 Fury points and put it on this model. It seems pretty good. This model can have up to 5 Fury points on it at a time. So wait. So if I'm reading this correctly, I can do things with my beast and then pull the Fury off of it, right?
You sure can. I
good.
covered this while you were pissing when I talked about the shatter.
Fucking.
So I pull the Fury off it,
mind numbing.
but then there's another star action. I can remove all Fury points on this model. Enemy models within 1 inch of this model for each Fury point spent, which will always be 5 because I'm not bad at the game,
Yes,
suffer a POW 8 damage roll. POW 8's shitty.
Plus an additional dive damage for every Fury on that thing. Here's an interesting rules point thing that's worth noticing. Here's an interesting rules thing that's worth mentioning. Is that if you have 0 Fury, you cannot remove 0 Fury to do this power attack against everything base to base with you, because even though base to base is the same as 0 distance,
You can't
they
from 0.
ruled that you need at least 1 Fury to trigger this.
But you missed a rule. It's Fury or Focus. So wait. There's this caster called Butcher 2, which sticks it right in Legion's urethra. What if he were to run at me on a full camp?
He'd die.
What's his armor?
I don't know.
It's 18.
Sure.
So what if this guy had 5 Fury on him? Let's pretend.
Okay.
I would walk 6, and then I'd be within 5 of Butcher because I'm within 5 of Butcher.
Sure.
So then I would hit him with a POW 8
Oh my god, I'm posting from home!
with 7. Wait. Those of you that are Friends fans, 7.
My wife's posting from my house with my user ID.
So
7 damage dice, Andy.
it's already fucking happened. It happened at Daikon
I know.
3 years ago.
I've done it to several
and
people.
that was to the Harbinger for 12 power dice.
Harbinger loses to Legion really hard because we have Abby too.
Unplayable trash.
No, not unplayable trash. I'm not done yet.
You're done with solos now.
So Butcher 2 comes up and says, "Fuck you guys," and then my 2 Forsaken, because I have 2, because why wouldn't I, walk up and go, "Hey Butcher 2, you're armor 18, right? So dice off 10 on 7 dice. What's dice off 10 on? Wait,
You could just charge him.
he's focus 6. Dice off 10 on 8 dice. What's 8 dice average, Nate?
Boom.
What is
No, you could just charge him. They have an attack.
But I'm not going to do that. What is 8 dice average?
Well, the 3 dice will average out the 10 to even up to the 18 that you need, which means you're rolling 5 dice of actual damage, which is going to be approximately 20-ish, 18-ish,
So does a Forsaken one-shot Butcher 2?
possibly.
He one-shots Butcher 2. And while he's at it, if you happen to leave focus on any of your jacks, they can go eat a bag of dicks.
If you're running Butcher up to be within walking distance of the Forsaken,
11 inches?
you're a fucking
11 fucking inches!
So
If you didn't kill my caster, guess where my Forsaken are? They're within 11 inches.
God.
I could just beat him with the bottle.
No, somebody's packing up his weaponry, so he's going to go shoot paper targets. He might come to Madison instead.
Yeah, please.
You're going to get assassinated.
I'm sorry, but the Forsaken is amazing.
My window is wide
Also-
open, and
Also,
let me remove the screen first. I don't have to pay the deposit.
so I have had this happen where Circle thought they could beat me, and they brought in 2 Stalkers. And those 2 Stalkers fully loaded up on Fury to kill my beast because I had Spiny Growth, because why wouldn't I? And so you've got 2 4 Fury Armor 17 beasts.
Yes.
What's a POW 8 with 6 dice do to an Armor 17 beast?
I'm doing the math,
It's
and I don't
fucking
care.
math.
Go to the Warlocks.
I.e.
There's still fucking warlocks?
Yes!
Yep.
Oh my
I haven't
God.
even done it yet.
I drove here specifically to try to keep Drunky McStupid Pants here on task, and he's been talking about the fucking Forsaken for like an hour because he has to do it in the most smug way possible. He can't just say Forsaken and he goes, I forget. What 7 dice do against my dick in your butt? Brrr.
All right. The important thing is we're now
seven
on to
dice
our
doesn't do anything to your dick in the butt.
we're now on to our warlocks. Would you like to participate in the warlocks, Andy?
No,
There's only like 10 of them. We're almost there, I
no.
swear to God.
There's
I swear
actually
to God.
13. There's
Okay, what
13
time is it?
casters.
It is 11. There's no way in God's green earth we finish by midnight.
Got
FYI.
this.
Well, you can.
Go.
You could just do it like this.
I could.
Crappy.
So
She
JD,
loses.
yeah.
Wait,
So here's
wait,
the hilarious
wait.
thing.
Let me
Crappy.
interrupt you for a second.
Sure,
I want
sure.
This is going to be completely off topic.
Sure.
Of all the factions / sub factions, what would you probably agree most people consider the least competitive one?
Pigs.
Pigs are pretty terrible.
Yep.
Now, in pigs, what would you say people in general? I don't necessarily agree with them, but
Sure.
in general, what would you say the internet considers to be one of the weaker casters in pigs?
If we ignore theme forces,
If we ignore, well, sure,
Arcadius.
Dr. Arcadius.
Sure.
Now, how would you describe a caster that, as far as recorded games that have reached the internet and are viewable by the populace at large goes, fail to ever beat the shittiest cast in the shittiest sub-faction? How would you describe that caster, hypothetically?
She hasn't ever done that.
She's never failed to beat that caster?
You don't know that.
I can post a fucking link. Right here, I can post a link.
She might be the only one.
Yeah.
But what's her record other than against Arcadius?
Doesn't matter to me. I'm undefeated against her.
Give me that coin back. Fuck you. All right. So we're going to go through the casters in alphabetical order. Absalonia, daughter of Everblight, makes me hard every time I think about her.
Absalonia 2. Epic.
Absalonia 2. She makes me hard every time I think about her. Andy, you know you want to participate in
Nope.
this. Andy bails.
Nope.
Andy's out.
The second jury got hard, I'm leaving the room.
He's not actually hard. I
I'm not-
checked.
Oh, I'm a little bit hard. Because it's Abby too.
Got a slow chop.
No, I have a full chub going. All right, so Abby 2. Abby 2 has a rule that everybody on the internet has agreed prior to her release must be amazing on a Hordes caster.
Flight.
That's not the one.
Energy siphon.
Not the one.
Abomination.
Nope.
Magical weapons.
Nope.
Fury mechanic.
Nope.
Flight.
Nope.
Abomination.
Nope.
Abomination.
Nope.
Flight.
Nope.
I don't like the Pepsis.
Oh, okay.
Pepsi's can
Conferred
eat
flight.
a bag of dicks. It's called Conferred Rage, and it can't be bad in the Fury system. So let's talk about Conferred Rage. I'm going to read Conferred Rage because it makes me hard.
Are you going to redo it really slow and smugly?
I am.
Okay.
War Beasts in this model's battle group, beginning their activation in its control area, can charge or make power attacks
Wow.
without being forced. When this model destroys, this is the really sexy part. When this
Yeah.
model destroys one or more enemy models during its activation, War Beasts in its battle group, beginning their activation in its control area, gain +2 speed and mat for the turn.
Neato.
All right, so let's imagine a world where Abby 2, who's speed 7 and under her feet has reach, so 12-inch threat. Let's imagine a world where she kills a model.
Can do.
What if all of her beasts were +2 speed, +2 mat?
That'd be good.
What if she had a feat then? Because that sounds like a feat, but it's not her feat.
Sure.
That's just because. What if she had a feat also? What if her feat said they're also +2 strength, flight, and reach?
That would be almost good enough to beat Arcadius.
Almost. God damn it, we're gonna rematch, and I'm gonna reclaim my honor.
No,
you
no, no.
fucktard.
You're gonna lose your honor more when I beat you with my infantry legion.
God damn it.
I'm gonna be running so much infantry, it's almost gonna be like I have a legion at my command.
Nice. All right, so under her feet, if she kills something that's within 12 inches of her, and we're gonna just ignore her spell list for a moment. Under her feet, if she killed something that's within 12 inches of her, every one of her beasts, which we've discussed and are pretty good, are mat +2, speed +2, strength +2, flight, and reach.
Yep.
Are you a judge?
Does that seem okay?
Seems alright.
Seems
You
okay.
need to keep on banging the table.
All right, so that's partly a feat and partly just because Andy is awesome. That's not an untrue statement. Andy
I
is
said that apparently.
Yeah.
awesome. Somebody.
It's Raylene.
That's hilarious.
I stayed logged on. Well, I stayed logged in at home. Somebody else could have logged in as me, but
So she has all of that. Oh, but she has spells.
she does.
She has all of that without spells?
Wow.
That seems like bullshit.
What an amazing.
She herself has flight which seems good.
Yup.
I wonder if in faction there's a way to get parry for her.
Who could know?
Nobody knows. But hard camping casters are hard for Legion to deal with.
They sure are.
What if she had an ability called Energy Siphon?
What?
One of her attacks just pulls Fury Focus off casters.
Tell me more, Ron Popeil.
So she's Mat 7.
Turn it on.
She's got a PS12 that pulls off Fury, PS14 under her feet, and 2 initial PS14s. She's a fucking pimp bitch. What did Tort say?
He lost audio, which puts him as a lucky person.
All right.
Ask if others
In
lost.
addition, she has... Oh, yeah, if everyone's lost audio, that would be unfortunate. All right, so in addition, she has spells. Already, she's pretty good. Everyone else seems to have audio. Except Tort. Lucky man.
Lucky Tort.
Okay, so Nate, what's possibly the best spell in Pigs?
Crippling Grasp.
Fair. Second best spell in Pigs.
Calamity.
Disagree.
Nah, I'm just trolling you now. Batten down the hatches?
Disagree.
Oh, wait, I thought you honestly were going for batten down the hatches.
Oh, I'm sorry. Against a faction that has Blessed.
Oh, I've lost... Oh, Psychosurgery?
Yup.
Okay.
So she has that, because why wouldn't she? She has Teleport, which is arguably the best, one of the best spells in Crick's top 3.
Yeah, people are listing other amazing spells in Pigs, but I glanced over and saw Psychosurgery.
And you were like, oh my god, Psychosurgery.
No, I was like, that's the one he means.
That is the one I mean. That's true. So she has Psychosurgery, she has Teleport, so after she charges in and kills something and makes all of her beasts better, she then teleports away. I miss.
Well, Scott has tried to escape, but after throwing his computer at the wall, there still is audio.
I am sorry, Scott. It is almost 12, and we have not yet finished the casters. So she has Teleport.
We haven't finished the first caster.
That's true.
On the bright side, we only have 12 and a half models to go.
And she has a couple of spells, one of which is actually unique. So here's the thing. Legion used to have, prior to her release, and she released Next Gens, 2 major problem factions.
Yeah.
They really did, like legitimately.
Sure.
One of them was Menoth.
Yep.
Because Epic Fiora said, hey, remember all your guns? They can't shoot me.
Which is bad.
And I have Escort, which means all of my jacks are the same threat range as you.
Right.
And that was sad.
Right.
So that was a problem. And then there's this faction called Circle. So my wife...
Hold on! Fucker!
What?
You know what can shoot Fiora?
What?
A fucking bolt thrower!
You know what else can? A Naga. Eat a bag of dicks. So Andy's a little excited. So
Bolt thrower would have knocked her down.
And then nothing else could shoot her.
The other bolt thrower.
The other bolt thrower could. So Menoth was a problem. And in addition,
Lilith 2 bolt thrower spam. Doing it.
Done. The other problem we had was Circle. So Circle has a couple of problems for us. One, they have druids. And druids can eat a bag of dicks. Druids pull our beasts in. They make the threat range somewhat equal. It's a problem. They let our casters not cast spells. They have all sorts of problems.
Grr,
Fucking druids.
Mmm.
Epic Kruger.
Yeah.
Other than against Epic Lilith, tells our whole faction to eat a bag of dicks.
Eat that bag.
We do eat that bag. What if we had a
From
caster
now on,
that
could
didn't
you
care?
say eat a bag of dick dicks? Because if you say dick dicks, it makes me think of those little antelopes, and that's adorable.
It's adorable. So, so what if we had a spell that told the druids to eat a bag of dicks? Because
Dick dicks.
fuck them.
Dick dicks.
Because fuck them.
Fuck those dick
So
dicks.
I'm going to read the text to Fortify.
You do that.
Which is upkeepable, so we don't care that we can't recast it. Fortify says target war beast in this model's battle group gains +2 armor. Already pretty good.
Yeah.
The affected model and any friendly model, not faction, base to base with it cannot be knocked down, cannot be pushed, and cannot be moved by a slam.
Not at all.
So you know what it tells the druids?
That they wait. That they are unplayable trash.
Eat a bag of dicks. You got the wrong fact.
Eat those dick bags.
Eat those dick bags. So Fortify pretty good. And then in addition, and I'll be honest, it's a little bit corner case. When it works, it's amazing. We have this spell called Return Fire. So Return Fire says when target not upkeepable, so you can spam it. 1 cost, range 6. When target friendly faction model is targeted by an enemy ranged attack, After the attack is resolved, the affected model can make one normal melee or ranged attack, then return fire expires. Return fire lasts for 1 round. Alright, so recapping from 2 hours ago. What is the best ranged beast in the game, Nathan?
The Sentinel.
Did you fart because it smells like ass in here?
No, that's just.
Are we gonna blame Andy?
No.
Okay.
The Sentinel.
Okay, what's not speed 3 and is the best ranged beast in the game?
The Seraph.
Sure. Also in our faction, but wrong.
Okay.
Is it a jackal?
It's a jackal.
So we have 2 of the 3 best ranged beasts in the game, which are the Ravagor, which is amazing, and the Seraph, both of which tell your opponent that if they shoot at them, they can
eat
a bag
of antelope.
Yep. So return fire, pretty good in our faction. So Abby 2 is my current favorite caster in Legion. That's the same one I was just reading.
Yes, I was going to point out the fact that return fire is not beast only. You can spam it on anything. So
Sure.
Hypothetically,
you can put on our infantry, except they're
hypothetically,
unplayable trash.
If you had Rat 7 Weapon Master range 12 fucking models,
they're not
they
weapon
could shoot
masters,
at
they're
stuff,
poison. There's a difference.
which is Weapon Master against living models.
Mm-hmm. All right, so then we have a caster, which sadly hates to play against casters with purification. So purification is a legitimate problem for Legion. So remember how we have a Carnivian?
Yes.
It's pretty good.
Yes.
It's a pretty good Animus.
Sure.
And we have a Shredder.
Yes.
Pretty good Animus.
Uh-huh.
And we have some spells that are keepable that are pretty good.
Right.
What does purification do to all that?
It makes those go away, Jim.
Does it tell our faction to
lose?
Eat a bag?
Yes.
Of dicks. So that's a problem for us. So Abby 1 decided that if she was going to eat a bag of dicks whenever they had purification, she was just going to eat 2 bags of dicks.
I wonder what the over-under on you saying bag of dicks in this podcast is.
I really hope it becomes a drink.
You have to have drunk it. You would die. No joke. You would die. I guarantee you've said it at least 100 times.
See, the thing is, I've said Unplayable Trash more, and I was told that was a drinking game, which is why I've said it more.
Yes, I'll be back.
Okay, so Abby 1 has a huge problem. And she has the same problem. Wait, Nate, this is important that you be here for this. Do you have a caster with Resourceful?
Yes.
How does he feel about purification?
He doesn't like it.
Does he lose when he plays against it?
I beat Veil 2 with him.
What?
Yup.
Against who?
Marshall.
Did you beat him against me?
Nope. I haven't played that.
Yes, you did.
I don't know.
You accidentally picked him against Veil 2 against me. And you forfeited.
Video.
You forfeited.
Not on video.
I lost my coin. I apologize.
Okay.
So Resourceful is amazing unless you're playing against Purification Caster. Resourceful says this model can upkeep spells on its models in its battle group, which includes itself, without spending Fury. So what she does, we're going to jump to her spells and we'll jump back to her abilities in a second. Her spells are Blight Field, which is not upkeepable, but that's fine, and then 3 upkeep spells. Carnivore, she puts on a model unit. She puts it on a beast, because we're playing Legion. And that beast is +2 to melee attack rolls against living models, and when it boxes, not destroys, a living model with a melee attack, the boxed model is RFP'd, and that model, the model that made the attack, I apologize, not the model that made the attack, the spellcaster heals D3 damage points. So it's an RFP ability and a +2 to hit. Remember our whole faction beasts are Mat 6 and 8? Pretty good. Alright, what else does she have? She's Forced Evo. If you don't know what Forced Evo is, perhaps you haven't been paying attention. But it's a upkeepable spell. It costs 2, range 6, but you cast it first turn, so who cares? And target a friendly faction War Beast gains +2 strength and depth. So let's pretend for a moment you put this on an Angelius. It's a 14-17. Now it's a 16-17. Then you tenacity it. Then it's a 17-18. Nothing kills that. It just doesn't. So it's a 16-17. that is also a PS 16 instead of 14 with armor pierce. Yeah, it fucks up your shit. That's a true story. It's not bad on Typhon, but the problem is she has a third upkeep spell, which is even better on Typhon. Hilariously, target War Beast, aka Typhon, in this model's battle group can make power attacks without being forced. Sure, whatever. And gains terror, which is a mild bonus. The important thing is its melee weapons gain open fist and reach. So it has 3 initial melee attacks that have open fist. It's a gunfighter with reach now instead of non-reach, which is way better. Because now it can reach gunfighter spray. Pretty good. The problem is that it really, really does fall over dead to purification. Nate, what are you doing? Okay. I haven't had to read the comments for a while, so we're going to double check those. Actually, it's better since you don't have to decide like, the difference between cost 1 and upkeep isn't even significant. It's even better because you decide, sure, whatever. Upkeep doesn't care about range, sure. Striders are pretty good at killing druids. They're not bad, but our beasts don't care about their clouds, or in effect camouflage because we ignore the clouds. You can't spam an upkeep, that's true. Return fire on bolt throwers is boss. Return fire on Ravagors, even better. Okay, so I've covered the comments that Nathan skipped out on before. So here's the problem I have with everyone. She has 3 amazing upkeeps. We have 2 problems, which are Circle, which have Chaos 1, and Menoth, which has Chaos 1, and Circle, which has Morvana 2, which also has Purification. We have problems with Lucant, I agree, but if you're not going to be on mic, fuck you. Nathan reminds me that we also have problems with Lucant, which is also true, and also has Purification. So Abby 1 struggles even more against the things we already have problems with. She does do really, really good against especially Colossals, but also Gargantuans. So she has a control range, which for her, I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure it's 12. Yeah, Fury 6, so 12 inches. She has Blight Field, which you place completely within a control area 12. It's a 4-inch AoE. While in the AoE, Jax cannot be allocated focus, so it's really easy to just fuck over Colossals. And beasts, including Gargantuans, cannot force. So against a Colossal, you put it on them, and they just don't get to be allocated focus. And against Gargantuans or beasts, if you put it around, like in front of your beast, they won't get to force against you. It's good. It's not an upkeep, so Purification doesn't fuck it over. It's been a long night. It's good. It is really good. Jake JVM won Gen Con, not purely on Abby 1 because he is an amazing player, but he was playing Abby 1, and she is really, really, really good against Colossals. So he was using that definitely. Her sweet spot is any Colossal. Against beasts, you have to be a better player, but against Colossals, it's just fuck your Colossal. And then her feat. Here's the problem with her feat. So her feat is remove all damage from Abby 1. Then she can suffer 1 or more damage points. For each damage point she suffers, fully heal a beast. If they're trying to nickel and dime your beasts, it's great. But against Abby 1, they just don't. So that's the problem with her feat. Her feat can be worked around. It's very, very similar to Darius, where you just kill a beast at a time. Alright, so anyway, that's the 2 Abbies. So Thane holds the record for the most ridiculous ability. I'm going to double check chat real quick. Upkeep doesn't care about range. Sure, you can't spam an upkeep. Sure. Man, you guys haven't said anything in a while. Okay, I apologize. I am really drunk, and I apologize for that. You want to talk about Bethane at all?
No.
Because they're really good at the infantry.
No, yeah, they absolutely are.
Okay, so Bethane has the wordiest ability. It's the only ability on her card, wordiest ability in the game. What it boils down to is she can hop into her unique character beast and then be that unique character beast for the rest of the game, or until she hops out.
Yep.
She's a Fury 7, which is good, and she is herself a Defense 16 Armor 12, which would be great, except she's a caster, and that's a scary stat line for a caster that only has 14 boxes.
Nobody in the chat has typed anything since I left. I'm disappointed in all of you.
That is 100% true. So, anyway, her feat says, get inside of Belphegor.
Her feat doesn't say that. Her ability says that.
Her ability says that. I apologize. So we're going to talk about Belphegor real quick. So Belphegor has 4 really cool abilities. And they're all on the front of his card.
Yes.
He is immune to fire damage. He's immune to electric damage. He's immune to corrosive damage. He's immune to cold damage. And he sells your whole army that if they are in any way elemental to...
Ignore him because he can't be affected.
Eat a bag of dicks.
Oh.
God damn it, Nathan. They're asleep drooling on the keyboards.
I wish I was too.
Thanks, really. I apologize. It's been a lot of time, and I've been podcasting for a while and drinking the whole time. And this Kraken bottle was full when I started.
Yes.
Those are both true statements.
Yes.
So anyway, Bethany Belphegor. So she can hop into her beast. His animus, if she's not inside of him, because I think she loses the animus.
No, I don't think so.
No, I think she does.
Yeah, it loses animus.
Yeah, so his animus is great, but you can't cast it while she's inside of it. His animus is placed a 5-inch AoE that auto points things, and it's not elemental.
You center it around him.
Sure.
And while they're not melded, she can obviously cast on herself as well.
True. Unfortunately, in a lot of cases, you just hop into Belphegor and call it a game. Fury 7, her stat line doesn't matter because she's inside of Belphegor, she's being attacked. But her spell card's amazing. So her feat is, and this is why she's great with Hex Hunters, friendly faction models in her control area gain boosted magic attack rolls and magic attack damage rolls, and friendly faction war beasts can use their animi without being forced. So Hex Hunters, amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yep.
In addition...
Black Frost Shroud, amazing.
Black Frost Shroud, amazing. True.
Yep.
In addition, whatever beat she took, get to cast her animi for free. So... Shudders and Carnies? Probably.
And Belphegor.
Except she's inside of him because she's not...
Maybe she's not inside of him because then he gets to do that.
Sure. But her spell list is also 100% legit. So... The one reason you play Raptors, Nathan, is with her. Because you would put one of 3 spells on them. You would either put Ashen Veil, which gives them concealment, and enemies within 2 inches suffer -2 to attack rolls, which is good on Raptors. Or you'd put Bloodthorn, which is, in addition to all of the other amazing things they have, their ranged melee weapons gain the corrosion continuous effect. Or you give them Carnivore, which is +2 to melee attack rolls, and if they kill something, they RFP it if it's living and heal her.
Yup.
All good on Raptors.
Yes.
You know what else is good on?
What?
Everything in the game.
Okay.
Also, specifically Hex Hunters. And a throne. You put this on a throne. Oh my god, Carnivore on a throne. So... Those are all really, really, really good upkeep spells. In addition, she has Eruption of Spines, which is, to the best of my knowledge, unique.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know.
Okay. It's much like Ashes to Ashes.
It is Ashes to Ashes, basically.
What's the difference? Oh, I know what the difference is. So if target model is hit, it's range 10, cost 3. If target model is hit, the D6 nearest the models within 5 inches suffer a pouch damage roll. The only difference from Ashes to Ashes is in Ashes to Ashes, they have to be enemy models.
Okay.
And it costs also 3? God damn it, why am I playing 3 for Eruption of Spines? And then she has Gallows, which is a cost 3, range 10, POW 13, and if I hit you, I pull you D6 towards me. So she's got an assassination threat with Gallows. I can't drink anymore, Andy, because I
know, Travis. I've just given up pointing these things out.
You can't drink anymore?
What did Travis say?
Eruption of Spines is on Lilith 1.
She's a Fury 5 caster.
Yes, but she has the spell. Everybody drinks.
Everybody does drink. I'm going to die.
Go on.
You're done. You're done. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. So, great spell list. She has Ron's feet. The difference between her and Ron is she's not in Ret, and you don't want to take our infantry. Because, wait, what are they, Nate?
Going to show you.
Unplayable trash.
God, I'm gonna have so much fun beating you in the 6-pack.
You are making Nate into one of the worst fucking sidekicks ever.
I know.
Just
Alright, so this guy might be the only thing that makes our infantry not unplayable.
I feel like Regina George. Stop trying to make unplayable fetch happen. Unplayable trash happen. Unplayable trash isn't gonna happen.
Alright, so here's the thing with Callus. If we didn't love our beasts, Callus would be the best caster in the game. I don't disagree with that statement. If you're going to play our infantry, you should play Callus.
I know, he's gonna be one of my casters.
Alright. So
I might do Callus and Rias.
Oh, rearguard, obviously.
Yeah, oh yeah.
We haven't gotten there
Rias,
yet.
rearguard, and Callus, yeah.
Oh my god, I apologize. Okay, we have to double check. Abby's Theme Force is unplayable trash.
Okay, glad we checked. On we go.
You can take beasts that aren't characters, Proteus, Strider units, and Legion units with flight, which is
Grotesques.
Unplayable trash. So, tier 1 only include those things. Flying models get +2 speed, which is pretty good. Tier 2, army includes 1 or more units with AD, which has to be the Strider solos, which are pretty good. And if you have 1 or more units with AD, the units in the army gain AD, but you have to take units to gain that benefit. Tier 3, the army includes 3 or more different war beasts.
Wait. The Strider solos aren't a unit with AD. Because the requirement is...
What the fuck has AD? Oh, Strider. So you have to take a unit of Striders.
You take 1 or more units with AD, and then all of your units gain AD.
So the only unit you would take is Striders. They have AD.
And then all your...
gain AD, which they already have.
Basically, then your Grotesques gain AD.
Which is bad. Tier 3, 3 or more War Beasts, which you will obviously take because you're playing Legion. War Beasts can use their animi during the first turn of the game without being forced, and cannot also be forced to use their animi a second time. Sure, whatever. Tier 3, if you include an Archangel...
That was Tier 3.
Yeah, Tier 4. If you have an Archangel, it costs -1.
Not just Archangel, your Battle Angels will be -1 also.
You're right.
Because it's huge base models.
Is that a legally playable model? Oh, Battle Angels with flight. Is that flight?
Yes. Yes, it has flight.
Does it really?
Yes, it has flight.
I have to check this because I didn't think it
Have
was.
I ever lied to you?
Yes, on multiple occasions. Where the fuck's our battle engine? What the fuck?
It's right there. It's collapsed.
That's War Beast.
Yes.
Collapse you. Does it have flight? Okay, so you can take the battle engine. All right, whatever.
Hey, listeners at home, it has flight.
Spoiler alert about Abby 2. If you're not playing her with a succubus, you're playing her wrong. She's not in the Theme Force. Unplayable trash. Abby 2's Theme Force, which I forgot to check. Non-character beasts, Typhon, and the Spawning Vessel, which are all pretty good.
And Shepherds and Forsaken. That's it.
Seems legit. If you include the things above,
Did you mention the Succubus ever? Did we skip the Succubus? I don't remember.
She's an attachment. I should cover her.
Yeah.
All right. So we've covered solos, we covered units, we covered attachments, and I've forgotten to cover the other attachment we have, which is amazing. So the Succubus, which attaches to a caster, magic ability 6. I don't know why it has an ability. Do we have an offensive animi?
Nope.
Nope. So don't care. This magic. It could be magic ability 0. Wouldn't matter. Spirit Tap is star action.
Spirit Tap is it's a generic skill, so in case whatever.
Spirit Tap, star action, cast the animi of a beast within 6, which equals cast the animi of a Carnivian.
Or a Shudder.
Carnivian. Cost 2, Shudder costs 1. Arcane Assist, if you're in this model's command range of 6, then your Warlock may upkeep a spell for free. Attached, it's attached to your caster. Def 14, Armor 11, 5 boxes, doesn't have a weapon, so no one cares about the rest of its stats.
Point is free upkeep and a free animus every turn.
Amazing! You should always take one with Abby 2. You're not legally allowed to take one in Abby 2's Theme Force. Don't play it. Abby 1 can take one. Nope, can't take one.
This is actually Abby 2 again, isn't it?
Nope, because when it changes, Abby 1. This is
Okay.
fine. So Abby 1 can take beasts, non-character beasts, Typhon, spawning vessel, shepherds, and Forsaken. Her theme force is actually okay.
Who the fuck were we just talking about with the battle engine?
Abby 2.
Oh, okay.
Abby 2 can't take the succubus, don't ever play her. Abby 1, free up keeps her animi, or free up keeps her upkeep spells, so she doesn't care as much about the succubus. Tier 1, only take legal models. FA of Forsaken increased for each heavy war beast. Pretty good. Tier 2. Battle group includes 3 or more lessers. All your lessers gain AD. Pretty good. Tier 3. 2 or more Forsaken, which you'll obviously take. Each Forsaken allows a heavy war beast to gain advanced move. Pretty good. Tier 4. Abby's battle group includes 2 or more heavy war beasts, which it obviously will. All the heavy war beasts are cost -1. If you're playing Abby 1 and you're not playing her theme force, you're doing it wrong.
Drink.
Bethane, who we previously covered, theme force.
Whole bunch of spell slingers.
So, all of the non-character beasts, the spawning vessel, which is pretty good. Legion units with magic ability, which is the Hex Hunters?
And the
Black Shard.
Black Shard.
Solos is Forsaken, Incubi, Spell Martyrs, and Legions with magic ability, which is the solo on the dragon. What the fuck is she called?
The Hellion.
Hellion and Sorcerer. So her tier list lets you take all the things you care about. Tier 1, take those things.
Ooh, except it doesn't let her take the battle engine.
Bethane does like the battle engine, but she can survive without it. More importantly,
my point is, it
really likes the minions.
It's a model with spell
That's
that
true.
it can't take.
And she really likes Gator and Posse, which we didn't cover yet.
I see no reason for her to really like Gator and Posse.
What are Gator and Posse? They're concealment and +2 defense against things in their reach range.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah,
amazing. Because that spell, not faction. So she can take those things, but not Gator and Posse. Increase the FA of Sorceresses and Hellions by +1 for each unit. Additionally, reduce the cost by 1. Pretty good. So you take Hex Hunters with a UA, you get a Sorceress and Hellion. You get 2 instead of 1. The second one costs -1. Pretty good. Army includes 2 or more Sorceress and Hellions, which you just took for Tier 1. Each Sorceress and Hellion allows you to redeploy a model unit, which will be 2 beasts, because, let's be honest, you're playing Legion. Tier 3. Army includes 2 or more units with magic ability. So you have to take Hex Hunters with Bale, and Hex Hunters without Bale, or Black Shard. Increases the cost of spells and animi cost by the enemy models by +1 during the first round. This bones people like. Do you have a caster that just free up keeps his spells and costs things?
I probably do. What?
In Convergence.
Yes.
I'll bet he has the free upkeep ability too.
Yes.
So he can't cast all his spells turn 1.
He can if he's in his theme force.
Oh, because they're all free.
No, they're all -1 cost to counter.
So it balances, counter. So if he's in theme, he gets them.
Oh, he might only be able to. No, he'd only be able to afford 2 of the 3.
That's true. So, Tier 4, Bethane's battle group includes 2 or more heavies, which it will because you're playing Legion. All of the beasts in her battle group get +2 speed. Bethane, out of theme, very, very hard to justify, but you get Swamp Gobbers and access to Gator and Posse, which
and
are both
the
good.
battle engine, which is also good under her feet.
All right, we forgot. Pardon me. Should we go jump back to minions? Because I feel like that's important.
No, for the love of God.
Okay. So, Callus. All right, so here's the problem with Callus. Callus, in any other faction, makes infantry amazing. And in our faction, makes infantry amazing, and we don't care. That's the problem with Callus.
Okay.
You will play Callus because you're going to play our infantry.
Yes.
Fury 6, which for our faction is a little disappointing, but not unbearable. Speed 6, no Eyeless Sight, no Pathfinder, so he's not really a Legion model. But he is Mat 7. He doesn't have a gun, so no one cares about his rat. And he has Def 14, Armor 16, which, when you add a Shredder for Tenacity, becomes 15-17.
And when he's engaging an enemy model, he becomes 15-19.
We're getting there.
Yes.
But yes, pretty good. Then he also has, while engaging an enemy model, a model with unyielding and +2 armor, and he is unyielding. He actually gives unyielding to all friendly faction warrior models in command. So he will be, in melee, a 15-20?
19.
19. He will be a 15-19, which is pretty good. He has hyper regeneration, which means at the beginning of each turn he just heals D3, because why the fuck not?
Why not?
He has Soulless, which wouldn't matter except for his feet, which we'll get to. And then his melee weapon is a Mat 7, PS14 magical reach that when it boxes someone, every enemy model within an inch of the box model gets lit on fire. So pretty good.
Yep.
And he's 18 boxes. Seems legit. It's unfortunate that he's in Legion. So he's got a spell that maybe you've heard of because it's on P. What the fuck's her name? In critics.
Yes. Scar.
P-Scar. So P-Scar has a spell called Dark Guidance, which is really good because she gets D3 free focus? D3 focus every turn. Kalos doesn't have that ability, so he has to actually legitimately pay 4 for fucking Dark Guidance every turn. Less good. He's got Eruption, Range 8, AoE 3, POW 14, and models hit. It's fire type is all it says.
It's a POW 14 AoE that sits on the table.
Yeah. That he's never